Hello, Dad Hunts Coins. Hello, Vincent Caparino. Good to see you, Caparina. Sorry about that. I understand it's getting to that time of night, but we're going to search some dollar bills tonight. I have to take these back tomorrow because I get my new order in. And I got 1,400 right now. And I'm going to search at least 900 of those tonight and see what it is we can find. Hopefully some goodness. You never know. Maybe our first ever binary. That'd be awesome. Our first ladder. Our first six of a kind. Who knows? Who knows? We are a coin hunting channel that is going to be hunting dollar bills tonight instead of coins. We're going to be hunting dollar bills looking for fancy serial numbers. That's what we're going to be doing. So let's go over some of the fancy serial numbers we have found recently out of our dollar bills. There's one. Let me get it down just a little closer for y'all so you can see it. We always look at the date that the bill was printed. If it's earlier than 2000, hello brethren. You got me, my friend. Then we look at the serial number. First off, we want to see if there's a star over here on the far right side instead of a letter. If there is, that means we got a valuable note. Then we look at the serial number. In the case of this one, we've got 5 sevens in a row. Any bill with at least 4 of a number in a row, we hang on to because it's worth more than face value. Having 5 sevens in a row makes this more valuable than face value. And the numbers you want to find, 7 and 8, are the most valuable numbers you can find a block of numbers in a row. So that makes that one a big time keeper. Here's a star note. We definitely look for these. Hello, Christopher Brock. 0894-2370 star. When you've got that star over here, that means this bill was printed as a replacement note for the 2013 series in this case. And some of the bills got damaged, misprinted, whatever. And the U.S., the Federal Reserve printed some star notes, so we get these. These things are highly collectible right now. They're going for double face value at least on eBay. So we hang on to them. We also look them up on mycurrencycollection.com to see how many were printed, to see if they're a little more rare. Hello, Dream-a-Lamb. Good to see you. That was a great find, Dream-a-Lamb. I was happy to see this one. Happy to see this one as well. 5 5s in a row. Again, when we find 4 of the same number in a row, we keep it because it's worth more than face value. When we find 5 numbers or more in a row on the serial number of a dollar bill, it has quite a bit more value than face value. Also, this bill has some other things going for it. It's only got 5s, 3s, and 9s. That makes it a trinary note, and trinary notes are one of the things we look to collect because they carry additional value. Also, if you look at that last 3 of the serial number, it is raised above the rest of the numbers in the serial number, and that adds value to it as well. Also, something that adds a tiny bit of value, that first 5 has too much ink on it. It's over ink compared to the other 5s. That too raises the value of this bill a little bit. Hello, Turtle. Turtle, good to see you, my friend. This is one we found in the last 2 weeks. Has 4 5s in a row. We call that a quad. We keep any bill that has 4 of the same number in a row or more because they carry more value than face value. Anyone that's here for the first time, please consider subscribing. We are searching dollar bills, looking for fancy serial numbers. And this is one of the, if not the fanciest serial number we have ever found. Check it out. 15799751. Sometimes these are hard to see because I missed this one when we were searching. But the 1579 and the 1579 from the reverse, or the end of the serial number, makes this a palindrome or a radar note. And radar notes carry more value than face value, so we hang on to them. Also, for this one, it starts with a B, it ends with a B. So B1579, B1579. That makes it a super radar or super palindrome note. That one has nice value. If I find one like it on eBay, I'll let you know what it's worth. This bill has a serial number of 80, 70, 70, 80. So the alternating zeros give this one extra value. It also only has 3 numbers in the serial number, 8s, 7s, and 0, making it a trinary note. And the fact, I just think it's cool because it's 80, 70, 70, 80. This is something we always look for when we're searching serial numbers on dollar bills as well. 2019 0717. This is called a birth date note. And yeah, I've only been searching dollar bill serial numbers for 2 months. And a little over 2 months ago, I didn't even know such a thing existed. But this is July 17th of 2019. Someone that's going to be 5 years old here soon. And this is called a birth date note. And these things are going for $10 to $20 right now on eBay. Now, if I happen to find your birth date note or your son or grandchild's birth date note, shoot me an email because I'll make you a much better deal than that. But those are carrying nice value. Alan Rojas, thank you for subscribing and welcome to the PasSpareTime family. We are glad to have you. This is a 1969 B series note, and it's crispy. It looks new. It does have a fold, but it is in great shape. Usually the older notes are taken out of circulation. This one somehow, because it's in such good shape, survived. It's the oldest note I have found while searching, and that in and of itself makes it have more than face value. So, I will show off some of our better finds again here in a little while. But we've got 900 $1 bills to search tonight. That's going to take a while. We're going to be here a few hours. So we might as well get started. Where do I get my dollar bills? I get these from a local bank. Every week I go in and order what I want for the next week, and they are great in helping me out. I always order, by the way, right now I'm taking and getting these all organized in the same direction so they're easier to search. They order from the Federal Reserve and order me $1 bills in to search. They also order me boxes of pennies, dimes, nickels, quarters, and half dollars when I need them. Most of those is every week. And I go once a week, then a week later, and I pick those up from the bank and we search them. We would ask anyone that's here to please consider subscribing. It doesn't cost you a thing, and it really helps us out. In return, we try to put out as much content as we can, and I think we do that. We put out a daily short video on coin hunting. Tonight's video on coin hunting, short video, comes out pretty soon. And it is me finding a nice find in a penny box. Our short videos will usually be coin hunting, will be pennies, nickels, dimes, quarters, half dollars, and what our best finds of the week are. And again, we do those daily. We have also been live streaming daily. This will be our second live stream today. I did a test format earlier. Didn't work very well. So we are back to our just our vertical format. This format does get announced on the YouTube Shorts feed so that we have an opportunity to introduce more people to this great hobby. So that's what we will be doing tonight, is searching dollar bills, 4 fancy serial numbers, and star notes. So let's see what we can find. We do at least 3 major live streams a week. Wednesday nights at 8 p.m. Central, we hunt 500 $1 bills looking for fancy serial numbers. Then we hunt a box of dimes looking for silver dimes. Then we hunt a box of half dollars looking for silver half dollars and other goodies. We do that every Wednesday night at 8 p.m. Kind of a cool serial number, but it's not one of the ones we look for. 20430033. It's got 2s, 3s, 4s, and 0s, so it's not a trinary. We won't hang on to that one, even though it looks cool. Every Saturday we live stream, and we hunt 5 to 7 boxes of half dollars, looking for silver half dollars and all the other goodies you can find in a half dollar box. There's one we keep right there. Hello, Moon over Miami. Hello, Grant. Good to see you all. Thanks for popping in. 83791111. I keep any note that has 4 of the same number in a row, especially if they're in the lead or follow position. 4 ones makes that one a keeper. We shall hang on to it. We're in our first strap. Each strap has $100 bills in it. We'll be searching, I think, my plan is 900 $1 bills tonight. I do have 1,400, so if we're getting frisky, we might go past that, but I'd like to save some just in case my order doesn't come in for next week. That's a past birth date note, 0916, September 16th of 0633. I don't think that's a real significant date, so we won't hold on to it. And that person is definitely not still living. So you all can search along with me. If you see anything I've missed, yell out. It does happen. I have missed radar notes twice now. There are some things I could keep that I don't. There's some things I keep that other people don't. So beauty is in the eye of the beholder. And hopefully we get to behold some beauty tonight for sure. I am checking the date on the note down here, looking for anything before the year 2000. And I'm looking for fancy serial numbers or star notes. I'm looking to make sure this green seal is there and where it belongs. I'm looking to make sure that both serial numbers on the dollar, because there's one over there as well, match. Because I guess if we'd ever find a one that didn't match, it'd be worth a little something. On the scroll at the bottom of the screen are some examples of what we are looking for. The other one had 4 3s in it. Yeah, Pizza Bonk, I only keep them if they're in a row. Like this one has 4 3s in it, but I only hang onto them if they're 4 in a row. And if I miss 4 3s in a row, shame on me. It's always possible. But 4 in a row is called a quad, but just 4 3s in the note I don't keep. If I would happen to find separated 3s, like if this was 330, 330, 33, I would definitely keep that. First off, it'd be a binary, and it would have 6 3s on it, making it a very good find. Yeah, they need to be all together. So again, some people may keep bills that have 4 of the same number on it. Right now, I am basing value. There's another real old birthday note. May 26th of the year 219. We don't keep those. I am basing value on what these are selling for on eBay right now. It's a relatively new addition to coin hunting, in this case currency searching at the serial numbers. So there aren't a lot of printed information out yet on what the values are. So what star notes and fancy serial numbers are selling for on eBay is kind of how you have to gauge the price right now. And this specific segment of coin and currency collection has gotten to be very popular recently. D Mills, I just found K13092336. Awesome, congratulations. You need to look that up on mycurrencycollection.com and see how big a print run it was, D Mills. I'm sure we will wander across the star node here in a bit, and when we do, I will be using that website and I'll show you how it works. But it's a way to help determine if your bill's worth a little extra. Now here's a birthday note I will keep even though the person would have to be 101 years old. July 6th of 1913, or it could also be June 7th of 1913 as a birthday note. This could be a father, a grandparent, a mother, someone that you know that was born on that date, and you might have interest in this. Birthday notes, and usually the more recent ones, are going for $10 to $20 right now on eBay. So birthday notes are a great thing to find and collect and try to turn over. You're welcome to Mills. If anyone's here for the first time, or you're not subscribed, either way, if you're here for the first time, you're probably definitely not subscribed. Please consider subscribing. We would appreciate that. Doesn't cost you a thing. There's a future birthday note, February 5th or May 2nd of the year 8608. I won't live that long, so we'll let that one pass. Hit that thumbs up button if you're enjoying the content. We try to put out as much content as we can on a weekly basis that is quality content. We put out daily short videos on coin hunting. We've started coin hunting on YouTube a little over 3 years ago. And I say we because my 10 and 13-year-old grandsons hunt with me. So we usually focus on coin hunting, but we've really gotten into this dollar bill serial number hunting recently. And I have some extras this week, so we're going to search 900 tonight. And we're getting quite a collection of them, and they do contain some value above premium value above face value, I should say. So hopefully we'll wander on something really cool tonight with doing 900. We usually average over 1 star note per strap of 100. We're in our first strap of 100 right now of the 9 we're going to do tonight. Something about that last bill. I want to go back and look at it again. All right. Hello, Sherry4672. Southern Metal's a good friend of ours. Thank you, Sherry, for popping over, and thank you, Southern Metal, for sending some folks. Hello, Demo Dan. Good to see you. We do at least 3 major live streams during the week. So if you subscribe, you may want to consider hitting that bell notification. We stream on Wednesdays live at 8 p.m. Central, where we hunt $501 bills looking for fancy serial numbers. Then we hunt a box of dimes looking for silver dimes. Then we hunt a box of half dollars looking for silver half dollars and proofs and commemoratives and all the other goodies you can find in a $50 box. We do that every Wednesday at 8. We repeat that same format every Friday at noon. We try to vary our times a little bit so different people aren't working and are able to catch our streams. Then every week we do our big stream of the week where we, April 25th, 6095, we search 5 to 7 boxes of $50 on Saturdays at 2 p.m. Central. My 10-year-old grandson and 13-year-old grandson join me for those hunts. 0400 of 2012. Boy, if that had been an 0401, an April Fool's note of 2012, that would be nice, but it's not. They join me on the hunts on Saturdays. We do have a streak going right now of 29 Saturday streams in a row finding silver. We will be going for our 30th stream in a row finding silver this Saturday. My grandsons will be back from spring break and ready to hunt. We do have a 15 lot auction of numismatic coins, bullion, currency that follows our live stream. Saturday's kind of like family reunion day. If you look in the chat and you see the names that are in blue, those are our moderators. They help out answer any questions and keep this stream going. If you see anyone in green, those are members of our channel. We have people that have been members of our channel for as long as 3+ years. So that's crazy. We appreciate them very, very much. But we are looking for fancy serial numbers. I'm down to almost the end of strap 1. We did find one star note so far. 0915 of 3165. We're getting closer to being current. Just not quite there yet. Put those over there. The good news is I have more. I got more. Before I start searching that next strap, here's some of the cool things that we have found in the last 2 months, most of these in the last 2 weeks. This is a very good bill. If this had been the numbers 0 through 7 all in order, that would be called a ladder. But this one has 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 on the bill, making up the serial number. Excuse me, that makes this a broken ladder. And the broken ladder is using 8 different numerals that, without duplicating one, but not in numerical order. That has a nice value above face value. This one is called a repeater. I know it's a real creative title. 3042 3042. The thing that makes this bill valuable is the serial number. 3042 repeated carries a value above face value. This bill is considered a tombstone bill. It has a birth date, 1957, and a date of passing, 2005. And these are collectible and carry a value above face value as well. This was a great find. This is a low serial number. 0000, so 4 zeros. I keep anything with 4 numbers in a row or more anyway. That's a quad. But since it starts the bill and it's 6086, this is a low serial number bill. And low serial number bills do carry additional value. Let me get one more thing out here and then I'll get to sorting these bills out a little bit. We're always looking for star notes. Star notes are any bill that doesn't end in a letter but ends with a star instead. Means it was printed as a replacement note to replace damaged or misprinted bills. These things are highly collectible right now and they're going for over double face value on eBay. So we'll show some more of those examples again later. Thank you, Dad Hunts Coins. 2006 birthday note. That'd be nice. All right, what I'm doing now is I'm going through these because they're facing 10,000 different directions because somebody didn't keep their drawer in order. So I will get them all going the same direction. You may get a preview if you look real closely at one. I could do this before the stream, but I want to keep this as authentic as possible, and I want to be just as surprised as you are when I find something, because there is a major treasure hunting aspect to coin hunting and serial number searching, and it is a lot of fun when you get a really cool find. Doesn't hurt anything to make a little money along the way either. You see what I'm saying? These are going in every different direction possible. make it a lot easier to search them and have you have a good viewing experience if I get them all kind of organized and going in the right direction. This is one of the worst ones I've ever seen, and that's saying something because I run into some that are going in a lot of different directions on a regular basis. Then occasionally you'll get one and they're all going in the same direction. As soon as I get these all facing the same direction, we will be hunting this strap of $100, looking for fancy serial numbers. Any serial number that is has a value, a premium above face value, we hang on to. Some of the examples of that are going across the bottom of the screen right now, scrolling up. You can check those out. When we find one, I will be sure and call it out. And after each strap, I will go through and show you some of our best finds from the last few weeks. Some of the examples we found, they're still out there, but I'll tell you, a lot of people are doing this. It's become a very popular aspect of the coin hunting hobby, is people searching dollar bills for fancy serial numbers now. So there is competition out there for sure. Third bill from the last strap was a broken ladder. Oh, Demo Dan. Third from the end, third from the start. Let's see. Third from the start, not a broken ladder. Third from the end. That one's not. That one's not. Can you help me out with any? I mean, the third one in. I'm going to take a quick peek here at some of the last ones that we just searched. And I will rewatch the video and see if I find one. I am not seeing a broken ladder. Not to say I haven't missed one, because I've missed them before, for sure. Third bill from the start. I guess kind of it is. I haven't, there's the third bill from the start right there. I haven't done the, that you can carry it over and do 890 1 2 3 4 5. I've considered they had to be consecutive numbers. So this would be a 0 1 2 3 4 5 8 9 the way I look at the numbers. I do see how you could look at that as a possible broken ladder. To be honest with you, I'm not sure if that version of a broken ladder would contain any additional value or not. So what I'll do is I'll set it to the side and I will look it up and I will find out. But Demo Dan, thanks for calling that out. All right. I didn't get them. Oh, I see what the next one is. I see what the next one is. There's a star note, our first star note of the night, 018 33345 star. That makes it a replacement note, printed to replace a damaged or misprinted bill. So what we do when we find one of these things have a good value going on right now. They're going for double face value right now on eBay or more. We will go over to the website that is called mycurrencycollection.com. It's the star note lookup, and we will key our bill in. It says $1. This is a 2021. We will key in the serial number, including the letter G018 33345, and most runs of star notes are 3.2 million. So what we're looking for is any number less than 3.2 million here. And as you can see, this one was a run of 3.2 million, and down here it says that's less rare. So that's not what we were hoping to find, but the reality is that does not hurt the value of this note at all. It just does not make it any more valuable. we will still hang on to that one. Condition means a lot, and this thing is crispy and never been bent. Is a really good star note, worth at least double face value. Demo Dan, I'll go back and check and see if I missed a birthday note as well. Thank you for pointing that out, but I will do that after the stream, or I'll never get through them all. I am looking at the date down here, looking for anything older than 2000. Anything older than 2000 gives me some additional things to look for, whether it maybe is a web note from the years 1988 Series A, 1993 or 1995, where the bills were printed in a roll. You see that 7, how it's raised above the 2? That's called an odometer note or a gas pump note. They carry a little bit of value above face value. I've got a bunch, so unless I find real extreme examples, I don't hang on to them anymore right now. We've got a star note so far, and we found something else. What did we find? Oh, we found 4 ones in a row. Any bill that starts with at least 4 zeros in a row we hang on to, because that's a low serial number and those have nice value. Also, high serial numbers have a nice value. If you're here for the first time, please consider subscribing. We would appreciate it. If you like the content you're seeing, please hit that thumbs up button. Neither one of those two things cost you a thing. They're running free this week. Well, okay, always, but it does help us out quite a bit. And in return, we put out as much content as we can to try to help you have something to watch on the YouTube. We do put out a daily short video about coin hunting every single day. Nickels, pennies, dimes, quarters, half dollars, you never know. Whatever cool find we had this week, we will show those off daily. We also do live streams every Wednesday at 8 p.m. where we hunt $501 bills looking for fancy serial numbers. Then we hunt a box of dimes looking for silver dimes. Then we hunt a box of half dollars looking for silver half dollars, commemoratives, not intended for circulations, stickered coins, colorized coin. Last half dollar hunt we did on Saturday, we found an Elvis. We found an Elvis stickered coin from 1973. When he was in concert. So those are always cool and contain or carry a value above face value. We do have a streak on Saturdays. We live stream from at 2 p.m. and we do have a streak on Saturdays of 29 consecutive streams finding silver during the hunts. We'll be trying this Saturday to increase that to 30 streams in a row. I do hunt with both my grandsons, 2 of my 3. Hudson, age 13, Rhett, age 10. They've really gotten into this coin hunting thing. Let's Mars, could I look up your $10 star note? I certainly could. You can also look it up by going to mycurrencycollection.com, but I'd be happy to look it up. Hello, Backstrom. Good to see you. Give me your number, Let's Mars. Type it out, including the first letter, and I will be happy to look it up for you. But mycurrencycollection.com is a good website to be able to use. We'll show that again right now. It's a website. You key in the denomination, the year, the serial number, including the front number and the back number or the star. And, well, stars, because this is the star note lookup page. It will tell you right here how many were printed in this run. And usually it's 3.2 million. If it's less than that number, then it's more valuable, or could be more valuable. And this is specifically the dollars I'm talking about. And it will tell you down here on the run size, it has a little heat chart down here that says less rare on the left, more rare on the right, and you want to see that little arrow get over here into the heat zone to let you know you've got something that has a little more value. That's too many PF. Yeah, we can try it. That looks like it's got too many letters. It looks like it's got too many letters, but we'll go back over here and we will see if we can look that one up. Also, what year is that? What year is that note from? 2017A. 17A, look up the star note. That is a run of 320,000 only. So when you look down here at the run size of 320,000, you can look and see that the arrow is way out of the cold zone and it is over here into the heat zone. It's into the getting dark orange area. So you have a more rare note on that $10 star note, and that is going to carry some additional value. Now, $1 notes are going for a premium of double face value or a little more. As you go up in denomination, they don't carry double face value. They do carry a face value above face value, but they don't carry double face value. For example, a crispy $100 bill star note is worth about $110. So the best place to sell those right now is on eBay, and by the time you pay fees and shipping, you're really not going to make any money off of it. The best place for you to find out what that number is worth, Let's Mars, is go to eBay and see what $10 star notes are going for and what they sold at, and that will give you an idea. But that's cool. You found one that is more rare, Let's Mars. Congratulations. Congratulations. All right, back to the search. See if we can find a goodie like Let's Mars did. Hey, if you're here and you're not subscribed, please consider subscribing. We would appreciate that. If you like the content you're seeing, hit that thumbs up button. And if you subscribe, you might want to consider turning on your bell notifications, because looky there what we got. You never know when we're going to find a star note. We do put out a lot of content every week. We're doing daily short videos, and right now we're doing daily live videos. This is a star note. Star notes are notes that have been printed as a replacement. In 2013, a segment of notes got damaged or misprinted, so they printed a replacement run. That's notified by the star 00319-838. Nothing super fancy about that serial number. But what we do now, you're welcome, Let's Mars. We go over here to the star note lookup. The name of this website is mycurrencycollection.com. And you come over here and you key in the denomination, the year it was printed, and then the serial number, H00319-838. And usually the runs are 3.2 million on $1 bills, so we want to find a number less than 3.2 million when it tells us. So here we go. Yep, it's another one that's 3.2 million. So you can see our little arrow over here is in the frigid cold zone. So we would rather that be like 300,000, and it would be over here somewhere in the more rare. But that's okay. Even with that being over there. Oh, I don't think I showed that to you. I did that without showing you. There it is. I keyed it in. 3.2 million. Over here in the less rare zone. We want it to be over in this direction. That does not take away any value from that star note. It just doesn't increase its value any. We keep all star notes because they're going for double face value minimum on eBay right now. Hello, Roger Sr. Well, where you been, Roger? I needed you. I think that's our second one we found tonight, and this is our second strap. I did search 2 straps earlier, so I have a few extras over there from the first 2 straps. But we needed you here for some star note love. Where's my stars? Turtle put stars up there. Thank you, Turtle. Yeah, I appreciate that. From our members have, as one of their perks, they've got some special emojis they can put up. When we find a star note, we would like to see those stars go up. Almost a very cool note. 33121-021. Had that 0 been a 1, 2, or 3, we would have had a trinary note, only using 1s, 2s, and 3s. But as is, it's just kind of a cool looking note. But we're looking for star notes. We're looking for fancy serial numbers. They are scrolling up at the bottom of the screen. 1875, 1775. Had that been 1775, 1775, or 1875, 1875, we would have kept it, because that would be a repeater, and they are worth a little extra money. Thank you all for being here tonight. We are searching dollar bills for star notes and fancy serial numbers. Occasionally I'll get a comment that says, why? Well, because they are worth more than face value, and we hang on to them. I have only been searching dollar bill serial numbers for the last 2 months, so I'm still kind of learning. But there are a lot of knowledgeable people in the chat. And I think I kind of got it figured out now, though I still do occasionally miss a good number. It does happen. But when we have a good find, and at the end of each strap, I'll show you some of our good finds from the last few weeks. But I always give 2 pieces of advice in this stream. Hello, Just Jeff. Good to see you, my friend. Pay in cash as often as you can. I know my kids, grandkids, they don't ever pay in cash for anything. I know. It's easier to use Cash App, debit cards, credit cards, whatever. But if you pay in cash, it does a couple of things for you. First off, it helps you understand what the price is that you're paying for something. You take a little run through the McDonald's drive-thru, and you get over there and you hand them a $20 bill, and they ask for more money because it doesn't cover the total price. Yeah, the prices are going up everywhere, not just McDonald's, and it'll make you wonder if you really want to be buying what you just bought. February 26th of the year 1191, that's a birth date note, but not recent enough that we will hang on to it. The second thing it does when you pay in cash, May 6th or June 5th, 5819, not one we keep. You get change, and you can check your change for valuable coins and fancy serial numbers. Recently, I got a star note in change at Sonic, and at that same Sonic, a few months earlier, I got a buffalo nickel in change. The only time in my life I've got a buffalo nickel in change, but that one's still in my collection. You may end up getting a valuable coin or bill in return that pays for whatever you just bought. It is possible. Because all these bills that I'm searching from the Federal Reserve, they came from somebody spending them. Dream a Lamb, you have to excuse me, I've got the sniffles. Hello, Jimmy Brownett, good to see you. We have had unseasonably warm weather here in northwest Arkansas, and everything is blooming. And my allergies are ahead of my allergy medicine, so I have the sniffles, and I apologize for that. But it is a part of my regular life. That would be sniffles 1, Claritin 0 right now. But we only started this hobby 4 years ago. We started with coin collecting, searching boxes and rolls of pennies, nickels, dimes, quarters, and half dollars. And 0301 of 1769, we're sneaking up on some key date birth dates. My grandsons have amassed quite the coin collection already and adding to it all the time. And the other cool thing is both of my grandsons have absolutely fallen in love with this hobby. They have fallen in love with coin hunting, and I look at that as a cool thing for a couple reasons. We're going to start strap 3 here in a minute. One is, this is something I can do with them. We found this coin hobby because I broke my leg and we needed a hobby that I could do while immobile. We could not do our normal fishing and going to Dave & Buster's and mini golf and go-karts and all of that stuff because I was laid up with a broken leg. And we found this on YouTube, same way as you're finding it right now. I thought it was interesting and looked like fun. I had a small coin collection as a kid. I showed the videos to, and quite honestly, I didn't know you could still go to the bank and get boxes or even just rolls of coins. There's a 50-cent roll of pennies. I get that out of a box of pennies. When I buy a box of pennies, it has 50-cent rolls in it. That you can open that up and search it with a real, I mean, in a box you're going to find some wheat cents, and all wheat cents have some value above face value. And there are a lot of valuable pennies you can find. You can also find Indian head cents from time to time in a circulated box of pennies. Pretty crazy. You have a legitimate chance in searching nickels of finding a buffalo nickel or a Silver War nickel. We actually average finding 1/2 of a buffalo nickel in every box we search of nickels. I think we have found over 300 now. And I love the buffalo nickel. It's absolutely one of my favorite coins. So when I first saw that, caught that video on this, I didn't know you could still do that. I found out there were some coins out there I wasn't even aware of, like the Benjamin Franklin $50, the Walking Liberty $50 that you've got a legitimate chance of finding when searching a $50 box. It's been so exciting finding those. Our very first Liberty V-nickel that we found that was printed before the Jefferson nickel. We have found several of those now. Yet, Roger Sr., I found 2 channels. The first one I found was Rob Finds Treasure. The second one I found was JB Coins. JB Coins is quite a different channel now than it was then, but both of those led to my interest in this hobby. And we now consider Rob Finds Treasure, Rob of Rob Finds Treasure, a good friend. We've been able to help him out a couple times when he didn't have enough coins to search. And Rob is kind of the godfather of this hobby on YouTube, in my opinion. I know there's some people started before him, but I don't think there are very many people that do it better than him. We always, not always, most of the time I'll check in when Rob is streaming and say, hey, make sure I catch his videos on a weekly basis when he does them. So his was, actually, here's the story, Roger Sr. I was actually sitting on the couch with my broken leg, feeling sorry for myself, almost a birthday note, 08/71 of 1937, and I was searching videos on Dave & Buster's, which is an arcade. And it's one that my grandsons and I always went to on Wednesdays because it's half price day. And I was researching how to win more tickets, redeemable tickets at Dave & Buster's. And I probably had watched 100 videos on how to win more tickets at Dave & Buster's. And I think I had exhausted a lot of the supply that was out there, and all of a sudden it recommended to me this guy that was coin hunting a box of nickels. And it was Rob Finds Treasure. And I watched it, and then I watched many of his videos. And that's what got it started, because I showed the video to the boys when they came over the next time. And I said, this looks like something that's fun, could be fun. And they both said, yeah, let's try it. So I went to the bank. Yeah, it was over 70 degrees here today again, Mr. Turtle. It is crazy warm. Well, thank you for that, Dad Hunts Coins. I know a lot of people did come to our channel through Rob Hunt's Finds Treasure. And we appreciate that. Rob has been a big supporter of ours and helped us out tremendously. But we started out, I went and got 2 boxes of pennies from the bank. And this is how big a noob I was. Oh, no, I wouldn't be the one you love. I do not, off the top of my head, know the value of that. It will all depend on condition. And that's one I'm not even familiar with. Where I go to look up the value of most coins is I go to pcgs.com. And then on one like that, I would search it to see if they even have it listed. If you don't find it on pcgs.com, then I would consider going to eBay and looking it up on eBay and see what they're going for on eBay. If sometimes if it's a more of a rare or secondary coin, you may have to go there to find it first. Also, some stuff like that, you can go check out appmex.com. As I've said, we have a major initiative to get more people involved in this great hobby. And we're just a little channel, but appmex.com is the largest retailer of coins and coin supplies in the U.S. and in the world, actually, I think. We've been fortunate to establish a relationship with them, and they actually co-sponsor with us an initiative we have to grow the hobby. Every time we go to a coin show, we take a Hudson collector's kit named after my grandson Hudson that has 9 iconic coins from U.S. history, 3 that are silver, 3 that are, oh, hello! I've got to interrupt this. That is a first for me. What a find. What a find. That is my first trinary note, only having 2 numbers make up the entire serial number. My first ever binary note, 50505000, and that, my friends, has a very nice value above face value. That's the first one I found. I've searched over 10,000 $1 bills. That is my first. Holy smokes. I feel like I almost ought to have a special song for that, like I do when we find silver. That is a binary. I'm not going to quote a price on this other than to say that's worth some money. 50/50, 5,000. Wow. The bill's in pretty good shape. My first ever binary. Thank you, CLMK. Wow. What a find. That one is instantly going into a protective sleeve to keep it from getting any more used than it is right now. And being my first, that's a forever keeper. That one's going to go on the wall. I will keep that one forever. Also, the last zero is raised a little out of alignment. But what a find. What year? 2017. 2017. That is a great find. Wow. Anyway, what I was saying is that we give away the Hudson's Collector's Kits when we go to coin shows. And AppMex now is a co-sponsor with us, and they come to coin shows with us, and they sit right next to us, set up a booth right next to us, and they give out stuff to the kids as well. We have a dedicated link that goes directly to AppMex, and we have one of the very few discount codes for AppMex. where if you key it in, you can save $5 on any purchase of $50 or more. And that discount code's pretty simple to remember. It is Grow the Hobby. All together as one word, Grow the Hobby. 50505000. How about that find? Man, if you're here and you're not subscribed, please consider subscribing. We do daily live streams like we're doing right now on either dollar bill serial numbers or coin hunts. We do daily short videos on coin hunts. We live stream every Wednesday at 8 p.m., every Friday at high noon, every Saturday at 2 p.m. all time central. And we just found my best find ever in the 2 months that I have been searching, a binary note. That is amazing. That'll go into my examples. Yeah, Stony, this is extremely rare. Extremely rare. We keep, let me find an example of a trinary note. There's a trinary note. This one has 5 5s in a row, so it's special because of that, but it also only has 5s, 3s, and 9s in the serial number. And trinary notes are going for $1.50 and more on eBay right now. And I found a few hundred of those. But to find a binary note that only has 2 numbers in the serial number, special. The only thing better would be if this was all 5s. 7 zeros and a 1 would make it the first bill printed that year. But yeah, that's going to carry some pretty good value. Florida Mom against DCF. Thanks for subscribing. Welcome to PasSpareTime. You are here to find a special find. Hello, Yeasel. Good to see you. I could turtle, or you can look up midamericacoins.com, midamericacoins.com. And that has a link to all of the information about the coin show. If you don't find that, put another note on here and I'll send you the link after we get done streaming, but that will tell you everything you want to know. Although if you come here, you have to come to the after party at our house, Turtle. Almost a birthday note, 1945, 0352, had that been 0305, 0325, that would have been a birthday note for 1945. Those carry some nice value as well. My first binary. I am a happy camper about that. 5753322. So that's got 5s, 7s, 3s, and a 2. So not even a trinary. But it was kind of a cool looking number. It's not a binary. Boy, I wondered how long it would take me to find my first binary note. It happened today, March 19th. Took me about 2 months to find that binary note, and that has a nice value. You can look up binary notes on YouTube and give you an idea of what they're selling for right now. But it's got a good value. Frequently asked, where do I get my stuff that I search? The dollar bills or the boxes and rolls of coins that we search every week. I have a couple of different banks that I've established a relationship with. And they order coins and dollars for me every week for us to search. I then take those back to a different bank and cash them in, so I have money left to buy some more the next week. We return everything that wasn't a special find. We hang on to all the stuff that was a good find. But if you're not subscribed, please consider subscribing, becoming a part of PasSpareTime. Hit that thumbs up button. If you're enjoying the content, man, we just found a binary. You gotta like that. Consider hitting that thumbs up button because we do put out a lot of content every single week. There's a find. This one's going to tick off a couple different categories right here. There is a good find. That would be awesome, Turtle. 77779191. So, first off, this has 4 sevens in a row. We keep any note with 4 of a number in a row or more. It's called a quad. Then it's got 9191. So it's only got 1s and 9s and 7s in the serial number, making it a trinary note. Since this is a trinary note and a quad at the beginning, and a repeating pair here, actually it's a very cool note. That's going to carry a nice value over face value, and it gets its own stack, because I haven't found another one like that today. No kidding, Just Jeff. What a strap for sure. But that is the last dollar of the strap. That is our third strap. Those were teller notes from one of our local banks that we picked up last Friday and have been searching. Some of this next 900, the first one will be a teller note again. The rest will be notes that they ordered from the Federal Reserve for us to search. I'm going to go through, I'm going to put these all facing the same direction so that the search is easier for you to see, easier for me to do. These go from 3,000 different directions to just a couple. So far this one is not that bad. I shouldn't give it any credit. It's starting to go a bunch of different directions. Okay, we're back to a series now that are all going the same way. That's good. All right, this will be our fourth strap of $100 that we've searched tonight. Before we do that though, I'm going to go back through some of our best finds from the last few weeks so you get an idea of what we're looking for. Up until that binary we found a few minutes ago, this one's probably the best note we've ever found. 15799751. You're like, Paul, that doesn't look like anything. Well, 1579 and from the back 1579, that's called a radar note or a palindrome note. And they carry value above face value. Now, when you add in the fact that it starts with a B and it ends with a B, B1579, B1579, this becomes a super radar note or a super palindrome. And if I find a similar example on eBay, I'll let you know what the value is, but it's worth well more than face value. And to tell on myself, just to tell on myself, I missed this one when I was hunting. I got talking, got occupied, and some of the people that were in the chat pointed out, Paul, go back, you missed one. And I did. And not only did I miss one, I missed a great one. Just Jeff, you might be good luck for me. Hello, Sharon4672. Usually, our new subscribers get announced, at least some of them, in the stream with our bot that we have, well, the cloud bot that Streamlabs has, and tonight, for some reason, it doesn't seem like it's working very good, so I'm going to turn it off for a second, log out of it, turn it back on, log back into it. It's a Streamlabs that has all kinds of widgets to help you out with streaming. I'm going to turn it on. I'm going to go to the alert box. I'm going to test it. So it does work. So we'll see if that starts working now. We will see if that starts working. This is a really cool find too. This is called a broken ladder. Had this number been 0 through 7 consecutive, it would be called a ladder. But instead it's 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's considered a broken ladder, and those carry a nice value above face value as well. We keep any bills with a block of 4 numbers in a row or more. That was 4 5s in a row, that's why we held on to that bill. I love this note, 80, 70, 70, 80. It only has 8 7s and 0s, making it a trinary. Also, it has bookends with an 80 at the start, an 80 at the end, the 70-70 in the middle. It's got alternating zeros. It's got a lot going for it, and it is worth money over face value. It is a cool one. Great to have you in here, Sherry. Thanks for being here. This is called a birth date note, 2019-07-17. July 17th of 2019. Someone's about to be 5 years old, born on the 17th of July. Birth date notes are very collectible right now, and they're going for $10 to $20 on eBay. This note we found, we always look at the date down here for a reason. This was a 1969. I rarely find any notes that are earlier than 2000 because they pull them out of circulation. But this one was still in great shape, so I guess they left it in circulation. And just being that old, it carries a value above face value. Beating you 01? Good to see you. My son is 7/17 of 18. Oh, I wish that was, man, that's so close. If I do find someone's birthday note or one close to you, I'm not going to charge you eBay prices. I'll sell it to you, but I won't charge that big a premium. I found one the other night. My grandson, my oldest grandson's birthday is September 9th of 2010. And I found September 18th of 2010. So close. This is a star note, 0894-2370, and the star means it was a replacement note. In the 2013 series, they had some damaged notes, some that didn't print quite right, so they made a run of replacement notes. That's signified by that star. These are highly collectible right now. These are going for double face value on eBay right now. And we always look those up on the website mycurrencycollection.com to see how many were in the print run, to see if they're even more valuable. I'll show one more note, then I'll get back to the search. This one was special. 5 5s in a row. So I've already told you I keep a block of at least 4 numbers in a row. This one had 5 numbers in a row. It also only has 5s, 3s, and 1 9, making it a trinary note, only using 3 numbers for the serial number. Also, if you'll notice, that last 3 of the serial number is raised out of alignment. That makes it a gas pump or an odometer note. And that first 5 has a little extra ink on it, an over-inked 5. So that bill's got a lot of stuff going for it. So that's some of the ones we found recently, although most recently, where are you? My new best find ever. A binary note with only 2 numbers in the serial number, 5050, 5000, 5s and 0s. What a great find. We just found that about 10 minutes ago. That's a good one. All nines would be awesome. All right, we're starting our 4th strap of the night. Each strap has $100 in it. Forgive my sniffles. We plan to do 9 straps tonight, $900 of $1 bills to search. Tomorrow's my day to return my coins and, well, tomorrow's my day to pick up this week's coins and dollar bills to search. And I've got some I haven't got searched this week, so I'm going to try to get through them tonight, so I can take them back to the bank tomorrow, so I can do my new pickup that I pick up tomorrow afternoon. But you got to put money back in the bank to take money back out of the bank. Funny how that works. If this strap is anywhere near as good as the last strap, well, which it just can't be. You just don't get those straps very often. But you never know. As you will hear coin hunters say, we hunt for the improbable. Understand the difference between improbable and impossible. 3321311, 0s, 1s, 2s, and 3s. 4 different numbers. That's not a keeper for us. And to find that binary note, very, very improbable. But it happens. The improbable happens every time you find a wheat penny or an Indian head cent in a penny box, a buffalo nickel or a silver war nickel, a silver $50 and a box of $50. That is why we search, is to find those improbable finds. And we have found some improbable finds tonight. 8009, 9209. Cool looking, but not what we're looking for. If you're here for the first time, please consider subscribing. We would appreciate that. It helps us out. Hit that thumbs up button if you enjoy the content you're seeing. Neither one of those things will cost you a cent. They're both free. And in return, we try to stream and provide content as often as we can. I think we do a decent job of that. We do a daily short video on coin hunting that comes out in the evenings between 8 and 10 p.m. Central Time. It may be pennies, it may be dimes, nickels, quarters, $50. It just depends what our good find was in, because I search coins every single day. We do live streams at least 3 times a week, and we've been doing live streams every day where we search $1 bills for fancy serial numbers, or we search coins. Every Wednesday at 8 p.m., every Friday at high noon Central Time. We search 500 $1 bills for fancy serial numbers. We follow that up with a box of dimes where we look for silver dimes. Then we search a box of $50 where we look for silver $50. Thank you, All In Currency Collecting. I was triple number passed up. Yeah, I only keep them if there's 4 in a row or more, Dream of Lamb. I only keep them if there's 4 of the same number in a row. There's a star note. 07746-250 star. That star indicates this was a replacement note that was printed because they had some errors and mistakes and damaged bills in the 2017 run. So when we find a star note, well, we certainly keep them. But we keep them because they're going for double face value right now on eBay. But then we come over here to mycurrencycollection.com and we key it in to find out how many they printed of this one. This one is 2017. We've already got the $1 plugged in. Now we're going to key in the serial number, including the star, KO77-46250 star. Now when they print these, they usually make a run of 3.2 million. So what we're looking for is anything less than 3.2 million to add value to our star note. Unfortunately, as most of them will be, 3.2 million was the run size. It's down here in the white zone. That means it is less rare. You're looking for some out in this area. But that doesn't detract anything from the value of this star note. It just doesn't make it more valuable. So we will hang on to those. We hang on to all of our star notes. That one was in good shape. We do average over 1 star note per strap of $100 bills. And tonight we found at least 1 in each strap so far. So we are holding to that average. Last week in 1 strap I found 10 star notes, including 3 in a row that were consecutive serial numbers, which was a record for me, until 5 minutes later when I found 4 star notes in a row, crispy as the day they were printed, with consecutive serial numbers. And those most certainly are worth a premium above face value. That doesn't happen very often. So if you're here for the first time, please consider subscribing. We would greatly appreciate it, and the cost to you is nothing. July 9th of the year 8166. Probably not going to be around still on that date, so I'm not going to keep it. Had a few good finds today, 4 6-digit leading ladders. Wow, that's awesome, all-in currency collecting. Very good find. Tom Finds Treasure, it's good to see you. You know, Tom Finds Treasure is another content provider out there. I found Tom Finds Treasure a couple years ago. Maybe 3 years ago, Tom. Tom was hunting with his best friend and his dad on his channel. They hunt half dollars. And I would watch their videos. He wasn't streaming live at that time. He has done some live streams since then, but he did videos as he found coins. And I always like to see what Tom and his dad especially found in their half-dollar boxes. That is an older note, 1995. So if y'all are looking for another channel out there that provides coin hunting content, check out Tom Finds Treasure. Tom, feel free to put an exclamation "me" in the stream. That will put your channel page information on there. This is a 1995. 1995 is one of the years that they tried a different printing process and they printed the dollars off of rolls of paper instead of sheets of paper. And I'm going to turn this over and see if it's got the markings to be what's called a web note, or if it's just a regular sheet note. If it's a web note, it's got value above face value, and unfortunately it is not a web note because it's got the printing plate number right there on the 579. But always good to find those older bills to be able to check for good stuff. There's Tom's channel right now. Feel free to give it a check out. I hope you and family are doing well, Tom. I was commenting on Tom's videos long before we had a coin hunting channel. All right, we're coming to the end of strap 4. See if we can eke another find out of this thing. We did get a star note out of this strap. Any strap with a star note for me is a good strap, because they don't all have star notes, even though we do average more than one a strap. If you got any questions, feel free to type in the chat. There are a lot of knowledgeable people here that would try to take a shot at answering your question. We'd be glad to help out. We're glad to have you watching with us, and if you're here for one of the first times, please consider subscribing, hitting that thumbs up button. We would appreciate both those things because it helps us out with the old YouTube algorithm. Plus, my 13-year-old grandson and 10-year-old grandson have set a goal for us of 10,000 subs by the end of the year. So we got some work to do. That is going to finish strap number 4 for the night. The good news is, I got more. We're going to do 9 straps tonight. At least that is my plan. I'm going to take a little sippy sip of water first. We are going to be looking for fancy serial numbers. Before I start this strap, I will show you some of the stuff. Yes, all is well. Good, Tom, good. They just have a good time on Tom Finds Treasure. When they find silver, and I saw him find a lot of silver. Tom would get so excited, he would not be able to get coins that week, and he would go out to banks that he didn't even regularly go to, asking, almost begging, do you have any half dollars? And I saw him more than once go to a bank that he just happened to randomly go up to. Well, I'm sure he planned it out. And asked them if they had any rolls of half dollars, and they would have 4, 5, 10 customer wrapped rolls of half dollars somebody brought in. And time after time, Tom would get out in his car, couldn't even make himself wait till he got home, pop on, start streaming a video, and open those $50 in his car, and he'd sit there and find silver after silver. It happened so many times. It's like, man, I need to get out there to these banks I don't normally go to and just ask. And that's one thing you can do. Go to the banks. Ask them if they got anything. And if you run into customer wrapped rolls of $50, usually that's a good thing. Now, if it's a full box of customer wrapped rolls of $50, maybe somebody's already searched it. But if it's a lower quantity of 5 or 10 rolls that somebody's brought in, you may get into a lot of value. One box, he found 289 Walking Liberty $50. Those have a melt value of $9 to $10 right now, so let's call it 10. That's $2,900 of value at 50 cent face value each. Southern Metal did fix this issue, but I don't know how. I'll have to ask him because mine can't click on either, thinking it might be my phone. My link's not clickable on the phone. Well, that's not good. I will have to see if I can get that fixed. Probably make it easier to subscribe if you could click on my link. Here's one we found just a little while ago, 5050-5000, a true binary note, only 2 numbers in the serial number. First time we've ever found one of those. Hello, Dylan. We'd be glad to try to help you. This one, 5 sevens in a row. 7s and 8s are the 2 most popular numbers that you can find. And 5 sevens in a row, that has a nice value above face value. This one is a low serial number, 4 zeros followed by 6086. So we hang on to those. They have a nice value above face value. This one is a tombstone note, 1957 through 2005. Those are collectible as well. Hello, T-Roy. Yeah, T-Roy. We found that 2 straps ago, or last strap. Amazing find. 3042, 3042. That's called a repeater. Always glad to find those. And here's one, 5 5s in a row. Only using 3s, 5s, and 9s for the serial number, called the Trinary note. The last 3 is raised above the rest of the numbers in the serial number, making it an odometer or a gas pump note. And the first 5 is over inked. All of those things make it contain a value above face value. Now let's get back to the search. You made these? I wish, Griffix. I did not make those. I found them. Making them would be counterfeiting U.S. currency, and I would never do such a thing. The bank orders me dollar bills every week and coins to search, and we're searching them, and all of those are examples of what I have found in the last few weeks. All right. Let's see what strap number 5 has to offer us. This is, I think this is still this is still a teller strap. Teller straps are put together by the tellers in the bank. That one's kind of cool, 139000066, but it's not what we're looking at. But I like seeing those 3 zeros there in the middle. Oh, Dad Hunts Coins, I hope they will for you. CNK YouTube, thank you very much. Appreciate you being here. Stephen Munchin's signature was so messy they made him print it for the bills. That's cool, Tom. Consecutive serial numbers. The last one was 66. There's 67. There's 68. Just being consecutive serial numbers, those do not have any additional value. There is a signature on the bills that you definitely want to look for, and there's the Steve Munchin right there, printed. You want to look for a bar note. Secretary of Treasury Barr was only in office for 28 days. So their signature does not appear on very many bills. If you find a bar note, You got something worth a little bit of money. Unfortunately, my signature is messy enough too, they would make me print mine, I am sure. We are on our 5th strap of the night. We're going to do 9 straps. We're going to see what we can find. I don't think we can top our binary note we found a little while ago, because that is awesome. C and K, I have never found a star note doing what I'm doing right now. I do have some, or star notes, yes. I do find star notes. I don't find any silver certificates. This is a silver certificate. From 1957, says $1 in silver payable to the bearer on demand. I buy these and use them as giveaways. It's got the blue seal. If I ever found one of these in one of these hunts, I would probably fall on the floor. Depending on condition, those silver certificates are worth at least $5 and sometimes much, much, much more. Depending on condition and the year. But I've not found one of those. But this is a teller strap, so in theory, if someone brought in a silver certificate and the teller didn't know what it was and just stuck it in the drawer, and then when they get $100 in there, they strap them up into bundles of 100, it's not impossible that you could find a silver certificate. It's definitely improbable. But again, as I said earlier, we hunt for the improbable. Running some more consecutive serial numbers, 59, 60, and 61, and 62. Unfortunately, they're not what we're looking for. And there's 58. You got a whole bunch of them that somebody spent. Bar note would be awesome to find. I think these are fake. The numbers are too perfect. Well, I got them from the bank, so they really pulled the wool over their eyes if they're fake. I get 3,000 $1 bills every week from the bank to search. We do several searches during the week. If you're here for the first time, please consider subscribing. Hit that thumbs up if you like the content that you're seeing. Both of those things help us out with the YouTube algorithms. Don't cost you a thing. And in return, we put out as much content every week as we can. There's a future birthday note, August 3rd, 2146. I'm not going to make it to 2146, so I won't hang on to that one, but that's getting closer to the kind of birthday notes that we look for. We do daily live streams on, or daily short videos on coin hunting that releases between 8 and 10 p.m. Central Time. We also have been doing daily live streams in this new vertical format where it's announced on the YouTube Shorts feed. Hello, there's a find. 6, 9, 3, 3, and 4 9s. I keep any bills that have at least 4 consecutive numbers in a row of the same number. I keep any bills that have only 3 numbers making up the serial number. This only has 6s, 9s, and 3s, so that's called a trinary note. That bill carries a premium above face value, so I shall hang on to it. Is another good find for the night. Is that the first trinary note I have found today? Seriously? I guess I need to put it over there. I found a binary note before we found a trinary note. Hello, Call Cowboy. Good to see you, my friend. Oh, for sure, CLMK. I hope. Graphics, the ones that I don't find to carry a higher value than face value, I return those to the bank each week, a different bank than the one I got them from, and deposit them. Hello, another trinary. Another trinary note. 91999988. Again, it has a block of 9s, 4 9s in a row. That in and of itself would make me keep it, but it only has 9s, 1, and 8s in the serial number. making it another trinary note, and it is crispy. It does have a bent corner, but it is otherwise in really good shape. That's one I hang on to. Man, we have had a good hunt tonight, for sure. Hello, Tyler Evans. Yeah, I'll tell you, I only started hunting dollar bills for serial numbers 2 months ago. And we've been hunting coins for over 3 years on YouTube now. And I saw other people doing this and finding stuff that was worth above face value. So I thought I would try it. So I asked my bank if they would order me $1,001 bills. They said sure. Honestly, I thought I would be bored stiff searching serial numbers of dollar bills. It was like, really? But I started doing this and I've fallen in love with it. It fits right into the treasure hunting aspect of coin hunting. You never know what you're going to find. That binary note is worth well over the dollar that we're going to pay for it. All of these that I've kept are worth more than face value, so there is a little money in it. I don't do it for the money, I do it for the collectability. I'm not selling them on YouTube. I'm using it as a price guide. Hey, Triple J, thanks for subscribing and welcome to the PasSpareTime family. That's supposed to happen every time someone subscribes, but it's not, and I'm sorry. We do appreciate everyone that has subscribed. Thank you very much. For some reason, the CloudBot alert box for new subscribers isn't catching them all, and I don't have anything I can do about it except notify them, which I have done. Hasn't seemed to make much difference, but we appreciate all of you that are subscribing. It helps us out tremendously, and in return, we try to put out a bunch of content and find some cool stuff. And tonight, we have found some cool stuff. We are coming up to the end of this strap. Forgive my sniffling nose. It's been 70 degrees, everything's blooming, and the allergies are losing out. Allergies are losing out. Claritin 0, allergies 1. But there's a 313, March 13th of 1681, a little bit too much in the past for me to hang on to as a birth date note. 0720 of 7870, a little too far in the future for me to hang on to as a birth date note. Maybe we're honing in on it. We are coming to the end of our 5th strap. We are doing 9 straps tonight. 817 of 4400. We're getting closer to a birthday note that's current. So we got 4 more full straps to do after this one, and that is the last bill in this strap. It's another one of those, all those consecutive serial numbers that were in there. So that is 5 straps down, 4 straps to go. The rest of these have the lighter blue strap on them. These are from the Federal Reserve. Federal Reserve Bank. My bank orders these for me every week. 3,000 from the Federal Reserve. I also pick up some notes from my local bank that are teller straps. Thank you, Sherry. I appreciate that greatly. Oh, Tom, no kidding. Brian, let me show you. Let me show you what we just found a little while ago. Tom finds treasure, taking those dollar bills back, or the 50-cent coins, $half back, which I have to tomorrow. Taking back 4 5-gallon buckets of $half tomorrow. That is work. That is work. Taking back $1 bills that I've searched, much more enjoyable. Brian, we found this one just a little while ago, a few straps ago. It's the first one I have found that is a true binary note, only using 2 serial numbers to make up the, or 2 numbers to make up the serial number. 50, 50, 50, 00, only 5s and zeros. Binary notes are very rare. You don't find very many of them. I've searched well over 10,000 $1 bills, and that's the first one I found. And those carry a very, very nice premium above face value. We also found this one a couple weeks ago. This is called a broken ladder. If you find one 0 through 7, all the numbers in a row, that's called a ladder. And those have a real nice value. This one's called a broken ladder though. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it's got 8 different numbers, none repeating, but they're not in numerical order. Called a broken ladder. That one carries a nice premium as well. This one has 5 7s in a row. 7s and 8s are the most collectible of any of the blocks of numbers you can find. So finding 5 7s in a row is a nice bill. We found a very low serial number starting out with 4 zeros and then 6086. All low serial numbers carry a nice value above face value. You start out with 5 or 6 numbers with a 0, you really got something. High serial numbers also carry a nice value. I'm going to show you one more, and then I will get on with the search. This one carries a really good value. 1579 9751. It reads the same front to back. 1579 1579. That makes it a palindrome or a radar note. But more than that, it starts with a B, it ends with a B. So B1579, B1579, that makes it a super radar note or super palindrome, and that carries a very nice value. So that's what we're looking for. What do the letters mean? The letters stand for which one of the banks it came for. I'll do a video soon and go through all the different numbers. The first one, the B, is New York, and that will be the first number in the serial number. The last number, if it is a star, means it's a replacement node. But each of those stands for something different on where it came from. I am going to be sorting this next strap out to get them all going in the same direction, so that my search is easier for me and easier for you to watch. And for some reason, they usually just don't put these in a very good order in the bank. I was a cashier when I was 18 years old, working at the Walmart, and I was scared of our cash office lady. And their cash office lady said that you will put all the bills in your cash drawer facing in the same direction. Therefore, I never saw it as optional, so that's what I did. Evidently, that's not a thing anymore. Don't know. Just guessing by the shape I get these in. So, if you need to take a bathroom break, now would be a good time. It'll take me a few minutes to do this, then I'm going to take a quick break, and I'll be back with searching this 6th strap of dollar bills to see if we can continue with our good finds for the night. And we have had some really great finds tonight. My first ever binary note, several star notes. So hopefully we can continue that. All right, I have them all straightened out, ready to search. We'll put them under the camera, but I am going to put under the camera for you to stare at while I'm gone. I lost my binary note. There it is. Our best find of the night, my best find so far of bill hunting is right there. Absolutely. Champson, if we find a historical date on the bill, we would keep it. Like 07, 04, 1776 would be a great note to have. 09, 11, 2001, a great note to have. So I will be back in just a couple of minutes. You can stare at that beauty right there. And we'll be back in a couple minutes to continue our search. right, take a drink of my water. Got to stay hydrated during my bill search, don't you know? Dylan, put them in. I'm looking now. I'm sorry if I missed them earlier. Put your serial numbers in. I'll try to help you. Dad Hunts Coins. Hey, I bet you did. You had the straightest drawer when I was a teller. Hey, Dad Hunts Coins is another content provider. He's been searching some coins and having some great luck. If you're looking for another channel to check out, Dad Hunts Coins is a content provider. Dad, feel free to put in your !me so people can get your link. You know what I can do? I can maybe !me. Maybe I can pin my comment up there as well, and I can get my I messed up. I told you the right way to do it, and then I messed up, Dad Hunts Coins. Let me try again. I'm going to pin mine to the top. No, it's an awesome binary note, isn't it? You got to love that. All right, let's try this. Copy. Oh, I don't need to copy it. I just need to pin it. But I can't pin it until those silly stars get out of the way. Pin message. There we go. Now my channel link's at the top and everyone has access to it. Here we go. This is our 6th strap of $1 bills we're searching tonight. This will take us to 700 bills searched, and boy do we have some good finds tonight. We're looking for star notes and fancy serial numbers. We've been finding both. We have been finding both. Let's see what we can find here in strap number 6. If you appreciate you being with us tonight, please consider subscribing, hitting that thumbs up button if you're enjoying the content. We'd appreciate both those things. Neither one cost you anything. They're free tonight. And looky there, there's a find just for the occasion. I can probably take the stream resuming soon note off my screen. 028-33859, 2017 A series. Nothing fancy about the serial number, but that star means it's a replacement note to replace damaged or misprinted bills. They are carrying a value, double face value on eBay right now. So we hang on to all those, but the other thing we do, Dylan, I don't see your serial numbers up here for me to comment on. But Dylan, if you would put some serial numbers in there, I'll try to help you. Tell me the year, the full serial number, including the star and the number, and I will check it out for you. Because we go to this site right here after we find a star note. It's called mycurrencycollection.com. We put in the $1 values already there. This is a 2017 A series. Then we come over here and put in the full serial number, including the star, F028-33859. Now, when they print replacement notes, star notes, they usually have a run of 3.2 million. So we're looking for any number 3.2 million or less. Will make this more valuable. And as usually you will find, this is a run size of 3.2 million in the upper left-hand side. Down here in the lower left, there's a little arrow, and it is frigidly over in the less rare area of the heat chart. Now the good news is that doesn't hurt the value of this bill. It just doesn't make it worth more. It's still a star note. They're still going for double face value if they're in good shape. We will hang on to that one. Please remove return. Yeah, I did, Dream a Lamb. I forgot. Thank you. Please be sure and always tell me when I do something like that. Hey, Call Cowboy. Local gym. Appreciate everyone being here. We are looking for fancy serial numbers and star notes. Please consider subscribing if you're here. Boy, almost a trinary. 35995569. Had that 6 been a 9 or a 3, we would have had a trinary note, but it's a near miss. And you will get a lot of near misses. If you're like me, you'd rather have a near miss than just a generic nothing serial number. At least makes you think about it. I never would have thought that there were 20 to 30 different things to check on a dollar bill to see if their serial number or the bill is valuable, but there is. It's a fun hobby. You can search $100 of ones. You keep the 3, 4, 5 good bills you find that have more than face value. You take the rest back to the bank. So it only costs you $3. You got the grandkids coming over or nieces and nephews and you don't know what you're going to do to keep them entertained. Go to the bank and see if they'll sell you a box of pennies. You have well, you're more than likely going to find several wheat pennies in the box. Oh, star note, star note, star note. Did I make my camera crooked? We'll fix that. We find 7 to 10 wheat cents in each penny box we search. We occasionally find an Indian head cent, older wheat pennies that are worth money. And the first time you search a penny box with a couple grandkids, it is going to take you 2 hours to search it. You got 2 hours of treasure hunting. They might fall in love with it. If nothing else, it'll make 2 hours go by relatively quickly. Another star note. This is a replacement note from the 2013 series. 0807, the start of a birthday note, but 6555. Nothing fancy about the serial number, but it is a star note. So we go over here to the star note lookup. It is a $1 bill. I said this one's the 2013 series. I key in the serial number, including the first letter all the way through the star, L0807 6555 star. We want a number less than 3.2 million. 3.2 million, and that's what most of them are going to be. But we do find several that have a lower run size of 3.2 million, which makes them more rare and does add value to them. As is, it's just another star note worth double face value. We're glad to have that. We do average over 1 star note a strap, so those are always very nice to find. Scrolling at the bottom are some examples of what we look for. Again, there are 20 to 30 different things to look for, so by far and away they're not all listed. As we do have a good find, I will call it out and show you what's good about it. Dylan, your message is not coming through, I guess. I do not see a message or a deleted message of any kind, Dylan. Let me tell you what so it's not coming through on the chat for some reason. Dylan, if you want to send me an email, you can email me. One of my mods will put up right now, !email, and it will show you what my email address is. And if you want to email me and list your serial numbers, I will give you my best opinion on them. Because evidently whatever you're trying to do is not showing up on the chat, my friend. Sorry about that. I have no explanation. But it's not being deleted, it's just not even showing up. So I don't know what's going on. I see your message, but I don't see any message that's attached to some numbers. I'm looking for fancy serial numbers and star notes. Maybe not. Dylan, there's my email. It just came up. It's at the very bottom of the page. Feel free to send me an email, and I will get back to you with my opinion on what you might have in your finds. We can do it that way. Goes for anyone. If you got a question, you want to send me an email. I am not an expert. I've been doing dollar bills for a little over 2 months. I've been doing coins for over 3 years, but there's a lot still for me to learn. But I would be happy to lend my opinion to something, and if I don't know, I'll just tell you I don't know. Good resource for when you find coins to look up value is pcgs.com. pcgs.com. You can go there. You can click on the price guide tab. You can then go to the denomination of your coin and then the specific coin, and you can look it up by year and get an idea of what the value is. I use that one all the time. Dollar bills, you can usually, right now, the best source on newer date dollar bills is to look on eBay. Boy, we almost had a broken ladder here. 1, 2, 2 3s, 4, 5, 7, 8. If one of those 3s had been a 6, we would have had 8 different numbers making up a broken ladder because they were not in order. But it was only close. Close but no cigar. Appreciate everyone being here. If you're here for the first time, please consider subscribing. Hit that thumbs up button if you're enjoying the content that you're watching. Neither one costs you anything, and in return, we put out as much content every week as we can. Currently doing daily short videos on coin hunting with our best finds of pennies, nickels, dimes, quarters, or half dollars for the week. I am doing daily live streams like this on either coins or bills right now. But every week you can count on us on Wednesday night at 8 p.m. Central and Friday at high noon Central. We will do a live stream. There's a birthday note. That's a good one. We'll do a live stream where we hunt $500 $1 bills looking for fancy serial numbers. Then we do a box of dimes looking for silver dimes. Then we do a box of half dollars looking for silver half dollars, proofs, commemoratives, anything like that. Don Mucho, thanks for subscribing and welcome to PasSpareTime. Glad to have you. Glad to have you here. This is a birthday note. 02, February, 04, the 4th of 2001. Or 04, April, 02, the 2nd of 2001. Either April 2nd of 2001 or February the 4th of 2001. Either somebody that just turned 23 years old in February, or is getting ready to turn 23 years old on April 2nd, we've got your birthday note. And these birthday notes are selling for $10 to $20 on eBay right now. They are highly collectible. People wanting to have a note with their birth date on it, and that's a good one. We are very glad to have that one. The good finds continue. The good finds continue. We got about $20 left in this strap of $100 bills. Then we've got 3 more straps of $100 to search tonight, making a total search of $900 tonight. I do get $3,001 bills weekly to search, and we've been finding some goodies. We also stream live on Saturdays at 2 p.m. That's my big, most important stream of the week. That's the stream I hunt with my 10-year-old and 13-year-old grandsons. We hunt 5 to 7 boxes of half dollars every Saturday, looking for silver, proofs, commemoratives, air coins, and we have a streak going of 29 streams in a row on Saturdays of finding silver. So if you've never seen a silver half dollar found in the wild, hopefully we'll do it for the 30th Saturday stream in a row this Saturday, starting at 2 o'clock. So check us out. Also, we will be, as same as we do every Saturday, we do a 15-lot auction at the end of the coin hunt, where we sell some numismatic coins, we sell some bullion, we'll sell some currency finds. No, that binary I found tonight will not be up for sale. That's a forever keeper for me, my first ever binary note. That one goes on the shelf. We got 2 bills left in this strap. Nope, we got more than 2. I think that's the last one. And it is. All right. That is 600 $1 bills searched this evening. 300 left. We've got more. We've got more. Let me get these sorted out. I do order these from one of my local banks. They order them from the Federal Reserve every week. I ordered 3,000, and I search 3,000 $1 bills every week. Many boxes of half dollars, dimes, nickels, half pennies. Quarters and I are on a break right now because I've had such lousy luck finding anything of value in my quarters that we're not officially divorced, but we're on a break until I am in the mood to try again, and I will, because you can find a silver quarter in a quarter box, and a silver quarter has a melt value right now of around $5. So it's nice to find a silver quarter. I did find 2 in one box one time. That's the best quarter box I've ever had. 40% silver half dollars minted between 1965 and 1970 have a silver melt value right now of between $3 and $4. 90% silver half dollars have a melt value of $9 to $10, and we have had boxes that have had as many as 100 silver half dollars in it. Some of our best finds from the last couple weeks. This one is from tonight. Hello, Sir Weed HD. Thanks for being here. Appreciate you. 50505000. That is a binary note. It only has 2 numbers in the serial number. It has a really nice value above face value, and we found it a little while ago. First binary note I have ever found, and we found it live just a little while ago. We keep any note that has at least 4 of the same number in a row, called a quad. This one has 4 5s in a row. They do carry a little bit of value above face value, so we hang on to those. Yeah, Tom finds quarters. Quarters do not like me right now. They just don't. Jeff, here's what I do on quarters. Because I hunt them on live stream, it would take me a week to search a box of quarters on live stream. So I edge search quarters usually just for silver, and then I've got a friend locally that I will put all the discards in a bucket, 5-gallon bucket. He'll come over and get them, and he will search the quarters for airs and variety and W's. And he is averaging less than 1 W per box, but he is finding some. Yeah, that last O is a little raised as well, Mr. Turtle, making it a gas pump or odometer note on that one. This is a birthday note. You just saw me find a better one than this a few minutes ago. 0717, July 17th of 2019. Someone getting ready to turn 5 years old. Birth date notes are going for $10 to $20 if they're in good shape on eBay right now. Very collectible. I really like this note. 80, 70, 70, 80. It's bookends. It's got 80 at both ends, starting and finishing. It's got the 2 70s in the middle. It's got alternating zeros, all which make this worth a little more than face value. And it only uses the numbers 8s, 0s, and 7s in the serial number, making it a trinary note. Oh, Sunny Dog, that's hard to say. I don't know exactly. I'm going to do... It just depends what you find. You know, that binary note I found tonight may sell for $20 to $50 by itself. Star notes, I'm averaging more than one a strap. $3,000 is 30 straps. That's 30 star notes. Star notes are going for double face value on eBay. Trinary notes, I probably average one a strap. Those are going for about $2 on eBay right now. Ladders, broken ladders, some of the other stuff, 6 in a row, 5 in a row. It just depends. You couldn't do this and make a living. You're not going to double or triple your money, but you will make money, Sunny Dog. But you're not going to double or triple your money by searching $3,001. You will make money, but you won't double or triple your money unless you get really, really lucky. This is a really cool note. 5 5s in a row right in the middle, which in and of itself makes this note worth more than the $1 face value. Also, it only uses 3s, 9s, and 5s, so it is a trinary note. You're only using 3 numbers for the serial number. The last number in the serial number is raised higher than the rest of the numbers in the serial number, which makes it we call a gas pump or an odometer note. And the first 5 is over inked. So all of those things make that carry a little additional value above face value. So that was a really good find. 3042, 3042. They got really creative in naming this one. This one's called a repeater. And repeaters carry a value above face value. 1957 to 2005. Like I told you, there are 20 to 30 different things to look for. This one's called a tombstone note. Perhaps a little morbid, but 1957 birth date, 2005 date of passing. Tombstone notes are collectible as well. If you had a father or grandfather that you would catch their born on date and their date of passing, those are kind of cool to have as a keepsake. This one is a really low serial number. And low serial numbers go for additional value over face as well. Any note that starts with 4 zeros or more is considered a low serial number, and they contain a nice value above face value. Yeah, like the lottery. I mean, you know, it's possible in coin hunting and in bill hunting. I haven't found a bill worth more than $100 yet, a dollar bill. It's possible. I have found pennies that are worth $20, $40, $50. I've found half dollars that are worth over $100 value, and I find a bunch that are worth $10 to $20 value, some air coins. So you can make money doing it, but you're not going to make a living. 5 7s in a row. Now, if a guy found a bill that had all 7s across, which they make them, 5 7s all the way across, 8 7s, that's called a solid. 7s and 8s are the most popular numbers and have the best resale value when you find them. If you found a solid, you're talking about a lot of money. If you find a star note from 2013 that starts out with a B, there are a series of star notes out there that no 2 bills are supposed to have the same serial number. And in 2013, Washington, D.C. and Fort Worth, Texas messed up. And they accidentally printed some of the star notes with the same serial number. So when we go to look up our star notes, if we have one that starts in a B and ends in a star, and we look up the serial number and it asks us if the bill was printed in Fort Worth or Washington, D.C., that is one of those notes that were printed with a duplicate serial number. Finding one of those has a nice value above face value. If you find one, you can tell if it's Fort Worth. You see the FW down there. This one's Fort Worth. This is not one of those bills, but I found over 10 of them. If you happen to put both bills together, both serial numbers that are the same, I call them twin sisters. If you put them both together, which you can get some help by going to the Star Note Project website and see if anyone has submitted finding the twin sister to the one you found. If so, you hook up with them, you put your bills together. If they're in decent shape, you sell them together in an auction, and those are going for $1,000 and more. So are there bills that you can find where you can make a lot of money? Yes. But again, we're hunting for the improbable. And the improbable only happens on occasion. All right, let's get into strap number 7. Strap number 7. Cool, Sunny Dog. Hello, Jay Rodriguez. Good to see everyone here. Dylan, I will try to reply to your email tomorrow. I will try to reply to your email tomorrow. True, Tom, for sure. That'd be really cool. Yeah, one of those duplicates, just a single one, can be worth money. But if you get them both, you've got something. 719-719-59. Good start. It didn't finish. If you're here for the first time, just checking us out, hold on. I interrupt this announcement with a find. That's a Trinary note. 4884-0084. This serial number only uses 4s, 8s, and 0s, giving it a value above face value. We do hang on to all of those. Not everybody keeps Trinary notes because they're not worth like double face value, but they are going for $1.50 to $2 each on eBay right now. So I hang on to my Trinary notes. Now I got to find my Trinary note stack, which is right there. Matthew Bean, thanks for subscribing and welcome to the PasSpareTime family. I do have our link pinned at the top of the chat to help make it easier for you all. We'd appreciate you subscribing, hitting that thumbs up button if you're enjoying the content. Oh, another great find. Wow. Doesn't cost you a thing, and it really helps us out. 44005544. This has all kinds of things going for it. Copper Al, I got to show you what I found a while ago. Any of the 1995 one? Yes, Matthew Bean. If you get a 1995 note, you got to check the back of it to see if it was printed in the web note style off of rolls instead of sheets. And if it's a web note, it does have value above face value. Also, any 1995 with a fancy serial number or a star note would be worth money. If you have star notes, Mario Acosta, watch what we do when we find our next star note. But you go to mycurrencycollection.com. It's a website. Tasman and another guy both had twins, submitted, graded, put them up for auction, sold for $1,100. That's awesome. You can look and see how big the print run was of the star note you have. If you want to sell them, a local coin shop might buy them, but eBay is where everyone's selling them right now, and they're going for double face value. This note's got a ton of stuff going for it. 4 pairs, 44005544, bookends, 4444, trinary, only using 4s, 0s, and 5s in the note. That note carries a nice premium above face value. Very good find. Jeff, you are correct. Exactly. You said it before I did. Trinary quad double. That's a good one. That gets its own stack. We don't find very many of those. All right. Copper Owl Coins is in here, and if you're looking for another content provider, Copper Owl Coins does live streams every Sunday and does $50 on Sundays. He's got a really good channel. Copper Owl, if you want to put !me in, you can put that in, and if anyone would like to give him a subscribe, he would appreciate it, and I think you'll enjoy his channel. Copper Owl, I found my first binary tonight. 1995 $5 bills, also fancy serial numbers and star notes are worth money. They could also be web notes. But when you get out of the $1 bill range, they're worth a percentage more than face value, not double. Goalpost 0055. How was that, CNK? Was that nice? Look what I found. My first ever binary note, Copper Owl. Just a few straps ago. We have had an unbelievable hunt tonight. We have found a ton of good bills. Our average is well over 1 star note per strap. That 5 is raised out of alignment, excuse me, making it a odometer note or a gas pump note. It does carry a little extra value above $1. I've got so many right now, I'm not keeping them unless they're really extreme out of alignment. Oh, it would have, Copper Owl, for sure. A Radar 20, and cool, Thaddeus B. I tell you, I started this hobby. I started coin collecting and doing YouTube stream a little over 3 years ago. We've got over 1,000 videos out there that we have done. And I only started hunting fancy serial numbers and star notes about 2 months ago. And I honest to goodness thought I would be bored stiff searching star notes for star notes and fancy serial number on dollar bills. I got $1,000 bills to try it, and I tried it. I found 25 star notes in my first $1,000 bills, and I fell in love with it. 41731377, close to a trinary, but not. So I'm now searching 3,000 $1 bills at least every week. I'm doing live streams nightly or daily. They're not always at night. I try to move them around. A cool note, I'm not sure that it has any value above face, but an 88, 29, 29, 55. That's what I call a cool note. And even though I'm not sure it's worth anything above face value, I have an envelope just for notes I find cool, and I hang on to them. So that's going in that stack. And then look what we got now. 064000606, another trinary note. Another trinary note. 06s and 4s, only 3 numbers in the serial number. Does carry a value above face value, so I will be hanging on to that one as well. We have had a tremendous amount of good finds tonight. It doesn't always go this way. We do average over 1 star note a strap, but these other finds we're finding with the fancy serial numbers, we are finding more than usual. 12/22 of the year 7380. December 22nd of 7380. I'm not going to live that long, so even though it's a birthday note, I'm not going to hang on to it. 1980 $100 bill. It has no security shadow or line. Is that normal or is it fake? Mustafa, I don't know. Again, I'm new to this and I don't really look at $100 bills very often. Here's what I would recommend you do is take it to your local coin shop, the one closest to you. Go in and talk to the guy behind the counter and say, hey, or gal behind the counter, I found something. I don't know what this means. Can you help me out? And most of the time, the people, if they're not busy, the people in those local coin shops are glad to help you. They'll take a look at it, tell you if they think it has any additional value or if it might be fake. And that would be my recommendation on it. Otherwise, you could do some Googling to check it out. True, Copper Owl, except they only go up to serial number 95 million, I think it is. They don't go all the way to solid 9s for some reason, and I do not know the reason, but that's when they switch over to the different series. Because it's possible that some Secretary of Treasuries, like the current one, since they haven't issued a new series of bills since 2021, don't have their signature on any money out there. So I'm sure they're rooting for a new run of $1 bills so they can get their signature out there. But serial numbers are also carry a nice premium. If a person could find 7 zeros and a 1 to be the first dollar printed in that series, major value. Improbable, not impossible. See the pie note? 3.14. You know what? I just bought some pie silver rounds. The pie silver rounds just came out, and I just bought a few to put up on auction coming up. But yes, if you would find the pie note 314, and I don't remember all 182, the infinite numbers, if you would find that one, I'm sure it has a good value to it. September 18th of the year 2750, but I won't hang on to that one because I won't be able to sell that one for a profit. But if we get one recent like we did a while ago, there we go. You're welcome, Mustafa. Good luck. I hope it's worth some money, my friend. Very greedy. Money, money, money. Well, that's not a bad way to be. Save your money. This is a star note. 03267929. In the serial number, nothing fancy about it. But that star means this was printed as a replacement note. This is the 2017 A series of notes. And they had some that were damaged, some that were misprinted. So they printed some replacements, which is, you can tell by the star at the end. So I need my stars up there. Thank you, Tom Finds Treasure. I see my stars. We go over to this website now called mycurrencycollection.com. mycurrencycollection.com, where we key in the $1, the 2017 A, and then the entire serial number, including the first letter and the star. This is an F03267929 star. Usually when they made these print runs of star notes, they ran them in 3.2 million runs. What we're hoping is that this one will be one in a smaller run than 3.2 million. Let's see. Oh, and it is. It is. Boom. This run size was only 640,000 when they ran it. They printed them on sheets, then they cut them apart. And if you look down here at the heat chart, we have moved out of the less rare frigid white snow zone. We're over here headed for the darker yellow. I wish it was farther over, but nonetheless, only 640,000 in the run of this star note. So that could add additional value to that star note. So that one goes instantly into a sleeve to protect it. Make sure it doesn't incur any more use or damage than it has already in its lifetime. And I hang on to those. I got a special envelope for those. Only 640,000 run size. That's what we've been looking for. That is a good find. Very nice. 3.141592. There you go, Let's Mars. I knew it was something like that. Hello, Thaddeus. Thank you for the stars. I appreciate it. Yeah, Dylan, it used to be, that's probably true. Star notes have gone way up in value recently, and they're getting a lot of play. There's an older note, 1985. Now, nothing fancy about the serial number, but I don't find very many bills that are as old as 1985. So I tell you what we're going to do on this bill, because I don't know. We're going to find out together. And of course, I put my dollar bills on top of this, so I got to move them, the ones I've searched. I have a book. This is the best place I know to research the value of older paper money. Yeah, we got out of Antarctica for sure. Small size paper money, standard guide, 1928 to date, 6th edition. written by Dean Oakes and John Schwartz. I bought this on eBay. Didn't cost very much. And what this is, you can look up older currency. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in here and look up 1985, which is not real old. But I don't find very many outside of the year, or newer, older than 2000. This is a 1985. Thank you for subscribing, Sunny Dog. I appreciate it. This is a 1985 Green Seal serial numbers. There are 553 million of these printed with the A on it. The A is out of Boston. So what I've got here is Boston. That's the highest serial number they printed, 57 million. So maybe I was wrong about my... and they printed that many in crispy, uncirculated condition. It's worth $4 according to this book. That bill is not in crispy, uncirculated condition, and this book doesn't list any lower condition for that. But it's old enough. That's the first 1985 bill I have found. I'm going to hang on to that one. I'm going to hang on to that one. Some people keep anything earlier than 2000. I don't always. But we're going to consider that to be a good find. Oh, I got a lot to learn still, Sunny Dog, but I've learned a lot. I appreciate you being here, though, and those very kind words. Thaddeus. So on Star Notes, it's not a duplicate serial number. That's something all entirely different. It's a replacement note. So when they made the run on this one specifically in 2007 Series A, they had a segment of the notes that don't print correctly or they get damaged, and they're not going to have enough to put out for what they need for circulation that year. So they print more. And when they make a second run or additional run, they put a star on it to indicate that. But it's a totally different serial number excuse me, than anything they've printed. Shrek just subscribed. Thanks, Shrek, and hello to Donkey, and welcome to the PasSpareTime family. But 1 year and 1 year only, 2013, it starts with a B. Fort Worth and Washington, D.C. both printed the same serial number on their bills on some Star Notes accidentally. And if you find one of those, it carries additional value above face value. If you can put both the Washington, D.C. printed and the Fort Worth printed Star Notes together with the same serial number, I call them twin sisters. They're worth over $1,000 when you sell them together if they're in decent shape. But that's the only known instance of bills having the same serial number. So these were just printed as a replacement note for damaged bills. Now, if the Star Note has a fancy serial number on it as well as the star, it has even more value, and that's a good thing. I guess, Thaddeus, I was answering that question for you. Got a $1974. Very nice, Matthew. If it's in good shape, that's worth a little bit of money for sure. $2 bills. Mario. I love $2 bills. I love them. The last time they printed $2 bills was in 2017. And $2 bills with fancy serial numbers are most definitely worth money. They do have $2 bills Star Notes as well. What I do is I buy $2 bills from the bank when they get new ones in, which 2017 A series are the new ones. You'll notice that one is serial number 234. That one is serial number 235. I just absolutely love the $2 bills. And I especially love the reverse on the $2 bill. What I do is, and someone mentioned our Saturday stream, we stream live every Saturday at 2 o'clock. And on Saturdays, we hunt 5 to 7 boxes of $half. But what I do on Saturdays, it's in the full view mode. And 2 of my grandsons, age 10 and 13, hunt along with me. We do 5 to 7 giveaways on Saturdays, and I will use 2 consecutive serial number crispy $2 bills as giveaways. As a matter of fact, this Saturday, all my giveaways are going to be 2 consecutive serial number $2 bills. Copper Owl Coins is 3 subs from 1400. No, Benjamin, it only has 1 star on it. Now, some of the older ones I found, I've seen bills that are older that have the star to lead off, but the star notes only have the star at the end of the serial number. 6 consecutive serial number $2 bill. Yeah, I've got, in this run that I just bought, Copper Owl, I think I've got 25 consecutive serial numbers as part of it. It's pretty cool. I love to gift $2 bills. I love to tip with $2 bills, but I like to use them for giveaways on our Saturday streams as well. Sometimes I'll do that. Sometimes I will give away silver certificates. Silver certificates like this, Blue Seal, silver certificate, $1 in silver, payable to the bearer on demand. 1957. These things have at least a $5 value. I will give those away occasionally as well. And I don't want you to come watch our stream on Saturday just for the giveaways. We have a lot of fun on Saturdays. Saturdays is kind of our family reunion stream. And I've got my grandsons there with me. They hunt IMC 02392933. Almost a very cool note, but not quite. We have a streak of 29 Saturday streams going in a row that we have found at least 1 silver in our box hunt that day. We have a 15 lot auction typically following our auction on Saturdays, where we will sell off some of our notes we have found. Currency, we will, ooh, that's nasty. I don't want to know. Sometimes you don't ask. Thank goodness that's not a keeper. We will sell off numismatic coins. You may see a 2-cent piece or a 3-cent nickel or a trime, old wheat cents, Indian head cents. You never know what might be on there. We'll sell off bullion from time to time, 1 ounce silver, 1 ounce copper. But our Saturday streams usually last like 5 hours. And to show you how much my 10-year-old and 13-year-old grandsons have fallen in love with it, they will sit there and search coins for 3 to 5 hours, have a blast, do it with excitement and energy when they get good finds. I like to just watch them search and see what they find. But I figure any amount of time, 2818 to 918. So I guess that could be a future tombstone note. If it was 2918, 2918, it would be a repeater, but I won't hang on to that one. Yeah, Thaddeus, those are called ladders if they're in order, broken ladders if they're not in order. Right here is one we found a couple weeks ago, and you only have 8 serial numbers, so it would only be 8 different numbers on it. But this has 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 8 different numbers, but not in numerical order. In numerical order, it would be considered a ladder and have great value. As is, it's a broken ladder, and it still carries a nice value above face value. So we do keep those. They do have a nice premium value to them. You know, GMAP, I have not found a solid star note. I know it's something I'm supposed to keep. I know it is more rare, and I know that it carries more value. But to be honest with you, since I haven't found one, I have not looked up the value of solid star notes. Somebody else may know, but I have not looked it up yet. 1851, 85, 13. We are coming to the end of strap 7. We got 2 more straps to do after this one. It's after midnight here in Arkansas. I guess I better step up my game and get through these. February 25th of 84 and 93. Future birthday note. Do appreciate everyone that's in. If you're here for the first time, please consider subscribing. We do appreciate you being here. Hit that thumbs up button. If you're enjoying the content you're watching, please. Neither of those things cost you a penny, and it means the world to us. It really helps us out with the YouTube algorithm. Helps me with the boys' goal, the grandkids' goal of getting to 10,000 subscribers by year end. We got a real chance of doing that. 7919. 1111 and then 0. Almost a trinary note. In return, we put out as much content as we can. We put out daily short videos on coin hunting. That's going to end our 7th strap. I will get to our 8th strap here. We got 2 more straps of 100 to go. There's the next one. This is a Federal Reserve strap. My bank orders it directly from the Federal Reserve. Let me get these all sorted out going in the same direction. Boy, there's going to be a lot of consecutive serial numbers there. Those felt crispy. The top one wasn't a star note, so I don't like our chances. Scups. Probably messed that up, but thanks for subscribing. Welcome to the PasSpareTime family. I am currently doing daily videos that are live like I'm doing right now. Where I will hunt dollar bills looking for fancy serial numbers, or I will hunt coins, a box of $50, box of pennies, nickels, dimes, you never know. For sure, you can count on us for a live stream every Wednesday night at 8 p.m. Central and Friday at high noon. And in those 2 streams, we search a $501 bills looking for a fancy serial number. Lickety lucky 707. Thanks for subscribing and welcome to PasSpareTime. We're glad to have you here as part of the family. We search $501 bills looking for fancy serial numbers. Then we search a box of dimes, a $250 box of dimes looking for silver dimes, which we do find from time to time. Then we search a box of $50 searching for silver $50, proof coins, air coins, variatives, commemoratives. There's a lot of different stuff you can find in a $50 box. We do that every Wednesday at 8 p.m. and every Friday at high noon Central Time. We found this earlier tonight. 55,000 is my first ever binary note. Only using 5s and 0s, only 2 numbers in the serial number. First one I've ever found, and that has a very nice value above face value. Hello, Lisa Anderson. Good to see you. You know, Mario, who knows? When my assumption is yes, they will become more collectible because they're no longer in circulation. This is called a radar or a palindrome note. 1579-9751. It reads the same front to back and back to front. 1579-1579. But also it starts with a B, it ends with a B, making it a super radar or super palindrome. B1579, B1579. One of our more valuable finds that we have ever found. Yeah, that's an awesome one, Thaddeus B. and Let's Mars. That one's a great one. That one's a great one. I got it right. I won't try again then. Thanks for being here and thanks for subscribing. We really appreciate it. Star notes. We always look for star notes. These are the notes printed as a replacement when bills are damaged or misprinted. Usually in a run of 3.2 million. The less number they run, the more valuable they could be. We always look for older date bills. This is a 1969 B I found recently. It's in really good shape. They usually pull the older bills out of circulation. So just the fact that it's a 69B, I forget, I think this one's worth $8. I looked it up in my book, so I hang on to that. This is a note that has 5 sevens in a row. I keep any notes that have at least a block of 4 numbers in a row. This one has 5 with the sevens. Also, the 7s and 8s bring the biggest premium when you're selling fancy serial numbers. 7s are considered to be fortunate in U.S. culture. 8s are considered to be fortunate in Asian culture. So they are more sought after. Any very low serial number is worth value above face value. This one starts with 4 zeros. We keep any note that starts with 4 zeros or more. 6086. Again, a nice value above premium. This is a tombstone note. A birth date of 1957. Passed away in 2005. Tombstone notes can be collectible. A repeater, really cleverly named, 3042, 3042. It's another one of the ones we keep. I really like this bill. 5 5s right in the middle. I keep anything with at least 4 of the same number in a row because that's a quad. This one has 5. This one also has only 5s, 3s, and 9s in the serial number, making it a trinary, which adds value. Also, if you look at that last 3 in the serial number, it is raised above the level of the other numbers in the serial number. That makes that an odometer or a gas pump note, what we call it. That adds a little bit of value. And this one actually, you will see notes where some of the numbers are really heavily inked. This one's not super heavily inked, but that first 5 is over inked. So that bill's got all sorts of stuff going for it. This will be the last one I show, and we'll start searching again. 80, 70, 70, 80. Alternating zeros, a trinary only using the numbers 8, 0, and 7. This has a nice value above face value as well. So those are just some of the finds that we have found in the last few weeks. I've only been searching serial numbers on dollar bills for the last 2 months, and we're finding a bunch of good stuff, and I have fallen in love with it. We've been hunting coins for over 3 years on YouTube, and we continue to do so. We put out daily short videos on coin hunting. We're doing daily live videos right now as well. Like tonight, I'm searching $901 bills for fancy serial numbers. We'd ask if you're here for the first time, please consider subscribing and hitting that thumbs up button if you're enjoying the content. Both things make a difference for us. They don't cost you a thing, and we really appreciate it. It helps us out with the YouTube algorithm. In return, we'll keep cranking out the content, give you something to watch. Our goal is to introduce this great hobby to as many people as we can. I think that most people just are not aware this is a thing. But I would tell you, check your change. Check your dollar bills, your 5s, your 10s, your 20s. Check them for fancy serial numbers. Check them for star notes. You may be getting ready to spend a bill. Top Play Z, thanks for subscribing. Welcome to the PasSpareTime family. We're glad to have you here. You may be getting ready to spend a bill that would more than pay for the whole thing you're getting ready to buy. Check your coins. Keep your wheat cents. Keep an eye out for Indian head cents. There's a lot of pennies out there, or cents, that have airs on them. You can find coins in your change that are worth, certainly 25 to 50 times face value. But you can find pennies out there that are worth $20, $50 or more. You just got to find the improbable. About 2 months ago now, I found a star note in my change from the local Sonic. 330-12313, zeros, ones, twos, and threes. Not worth anything, but kind of a cool number. Wait, is this a loop? Mario Acosta, if you're here long enough, you're going to hear me say the same thing several times because we have new people popping in all the time. I'm going to have a tip jar at my tombstone, Paul, and if I die before you got to find me a tombstone note and drop one in. All right, Sunny Dog. Thaddeus B. A lot of the coin counters now. Eric Temple just subscribed. Eric, welcome to the PasSpareTime family. We're glad to have you. A lot of the coin counters now, they have programmed to spit out the more valuable stuff. Though not all of them. Not all of them. But at my bank, if you put in a silver dime by accident, if you miss it when you're hunting and you put in a silver dime, and any dime minted 1964 or before is made of 90% silver and has a melt value of over $2 right now. Dustin, I will show you a star note here in just a second. Texas Best, I wish I had. I've only just started. I wish I had, but I've only just started. That's a star note right there. Dollar bills, any serial number usually starts with the letter and ends with the letter. The star notes end with a star. If that star is filled in solid, it has more value. I'm not quite sure how much. I've never found one. But this serial number in and of itself is not fancy. But the fact this has a star means it was a replacement note during 2013 for damaged and misprinted bills. And star notes have become highly collectible even without a fancy serial number on them. And they're going for 2 times face value right now on eBay. So you want to keep all your star notes for sure. Also, if you put in a silver $50, which any $50 minted between 1965 and 1970 has a 40% silver content and has a silver melt value between $3 and $4 right now. Any $50 minted between, 1964 or earlier is 90% silver content and has a melt value between $9 and $10. And some of the coin machines out there are spitting out the silver ones, or any that don't weigh what they're supposed to weigh. Like a clad $50 should weigh 11.3 grams. And when it identifies one that's too heavy or too light, it will spit it out, which is good for us coin hunters in a way, because if you try to throw one away that's valuable, it gives it back to you. 8070 2027 8s, 7s, 0s, and 2s. I like that note. I don't think it has any additional value, so I'm not going to hang on to it, but it's kind of a cool serial number. The bad thing it does is it keeps people from dropping the coins we look for, those improbable coins, into the bag of coins and going and getting put in a box of coins where we can find it. But the other good thing it does, when you go in, if you're not doing this right now, awesome copper outlet number 4 in Tulsa. That is so cool. That is so cool. You know, Chicago Infinity? I don't know. That's a good question. If you get a strap of hundreds, you can find at least one. I am averaging over 1 star note a strap, Chicago. That is correct. I've never found a solid star note. I assume they're possible in any year, but I don't know that. So you could be right. They could just be the earlier ones. I'm not sure. Star notes, in theory, they were printed in a 1 to 100 ratio of the dollar bills printed for that year. So your odds, in theory, of finding a star note are 1 in 100. However, a lot of people are collecting and keeping star notes now that weren't years ago. So the odds of finding a star note are going down every day because they're being pulled out of circulation. 35, 30, 30, 52, 3s, 5s, 0s, and 2s. For example, just tonight, my star notes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I've got 10 star notes tonight, and I'm in my 8th strap. So that's 10 star notes that aren't out there for anyone to find again, and I keep a lot more star notes than I keep fancy serial numbers. So the ratio of star notes to other notes that are still out there in circulation continues to shrink. So they're becoming more rare on a daily basis right now. Whew. I will keep that one, 21050000. This has a little bit of value above face value. I keep any note that's a quad with at least 4 of the same number in a block. They have a little value above face value. Not everyone keeps those, but I do because I like them. I collect them, and when I get 4 zeros through 4 nines, I'll sell them in a set of 10 on one of my auctions. And I'll sell them for $15 as a buy it now, and they're going for more than that on eBay. So sometimes people just buy them and turn around and sell them right away. We try to offer as good a price on our auctions as we can. 1, 2, 3, 4. Nope. My brain was trying to make that into a broken ladder where it had 8 different numbers, but it just wasn't. We are drawing to the close of our 8th strap of the night, 800 $1 bills searched for fancy serial numbers and star notes. I found $5 2017 serial number is 705-1894. Huh. Well, that's cool, GMAP. No, I found a 1985 Chicago Infinity. I found a 1985 a little while ago. We do keep our older finds. I am checking the date on all of them. I don't find very many, though, that have a date before 2000. But I always check them and look for the web note if they're an 88A, a 93, or a 95 note. But I found a 68B series not that long ago. It's a nice find. But I just don't find that many older notes. All right, we're coming to the end of strap number 8. If you're here for the first time, please consider subscribing. We are hunting dollar bills for fancy serial numbers and star notes. At the end of this strap, I'll show you some of the examples that we have found in the past. Hopefully we have another find, 9434. My phone number as a child was 9394. If I ever find my phone number, that would be a keeper for me, but not for many. That's a Trinary. 7884-4847. Only 7s, 8s, and 4s. So I hang on to those. They are going for more than face value on eBay right now. Not much, but some. So I hang on to my Trinary notes, of which that was one. Awesome, GMAP. I haven't found a web note yet. Could be Texas Best. The beginning letter, especially on a 2013 star note, if it's got a B, you got to check it and see if it has the twin sister out there. But all in all, the starting letter of the serial number will match this seal over here. The A is a Boston note. Now, all the notes are either printed in Washington, D.C. or Fort Worth, Texas. But that one came through the Federal Reserve Bank of Boston. And so that first letter stands for which city, which Reserve Bank that it came through. One, 2, 3, 6, 1, 2, 3, 7. All past birthday notes. 1, 2, 4, 4. This is that crispy segment I saw when I was putting all these in order. All consecutive serial numbers don't really have any additional value. Kind of cool. Now, if they happen to make up a fancy serial number, they would all have extra value, but all things the same, they're not worth any additional value. All right, that is our 8th strap of the night. We have one strap left. One strap left. These come from the Federal Reserve. My local bank, orders these for me every week from the Federal Reserve. I'm going to go through and put these all facing in the same direction so I can search them more efficiently. For some reason, that's not a thing coming from the bank or the Fed. They come in going as many different directions as you can imagine. Actually, this one's all going, well, nope. It was all going in a pretty good direction there, and then it wasn't. But it's a lot easier to search if they're all facing the same direction, and I think a more pleasurable viewing experience for all. And even if not, it's much easier for me to search. Not the worst strap I've ever had, but it's still going plenty of different directions. Forgive me for the sniffly nose tonight. We've had 70, 75 degree weather here in northwest Arkansas, and my allergies are going crazy. Claritin is not keeping up. All right, I've got that ready. Let me show you a few examples of what we have found recently. I almost could just show you what we've found tonight would be enough, because tonight's been a highlight show of its own. Low serial number 00006086. All low serial numbers starting with at least 4 zeros carry an additional value above face value. We hang on to those. 5 sevens in a row. Any block of 4 numbers in a row or more carries a little additional value. 5 is good. 7s and 8s are the most sought after, so that's a nice bill, even though it's not in very good shape. Here's that older bill I found recently, a 1969 Series B. Nothing fancy about the serial number, but being that old, that has a nice value above face value. I think when I looked it up, it's an $8 value. This one is a super find. Yes, historical birthday notes to check. Yeah, you're right, Let's Mars. Unless it's something that just catches me, I don't usually keep those. Sure you can, Mason. If it won't let you post it, you can always email me. I've got a couple $2 star notes. I love $2 bills, but $2 star notes are a lot of fun. It could, Texas Best. I just bought a sheet of consecutive serial number notes that I haven't opened yet. I just got those in. This note is one of our more valuable notes we have found. 15799751. It's one of those you got to think about, and I missed this one when I searched it, and the chat found it for me. It reads the same front to back and back to front, making it a radar note or a palindrome. And also, since it starts with the letter B, it ends with the letter B. B1579, B1579 coming the other way. It's a super radar or super palindrome note. And I have not found one of these on eBay to price compare to. I don't know what that's worth, but it's all right. All right, Mason. This is one we found earlier tonight. 50505000. This is called a binary note. It only has 2 numbers in the serial number. Very rare. And the first one I've ever found that is a binary note with only 2 different numbers in the serial number. You gotta love that. I really like this note. 80, 70, 70, 80. It's called bookends because it's got an 80 to start and 80 to end. It's got the 70, 70 in the middle. It's got alternating zeros, and it only uses the numbers 8s, 0s, and 7s for the serial number, making it a trinary note. Only using 3 numbers for the serial number. That was a cool find. We're always looking for birthday notes. 2019, 0717, July 17th of 2019. Someone that's getting ready to be 5 years old. We've got the birthday note for them. Birthday notes are going for $10 and $20 on eBay right now. Become very collectible. People wanting to have their birth date on the serial number of a note. Thanks over Chupacabra. 4 5s in a row. Nothing real special about this, but I keep anything with a block of 4 numbers in a row or more. This one was really special. If you have 0 through 7, or you have all 8 numbers going in order, either down or up, that's called a ladder, and those are valuable. This is called a broken ladder. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I've only found a few of those. They do have a value above face value and are fun to collect as well. All right, we've got $101 bills left to search, so let's get going. If you are here for the first time, please consider subscribing. We're hunting dollar bills. Future birthday note, April 15th of 4505. I do not keep those. We're looking for star notes and fancy serial numbers. This is our 9th strap of $100 that we are searching tonight. Evidently, I put them upside down. We have got a bunch of finds tonight. Please consider hitting that thumbs up button as well if you're enjoying the content. Neither one of those things cost you anything at all. In return, we try to put out as much content as we can. We do daily short videos. July 3rd, 4735. It's one I'll keep. It's not in great shape, but I do hang on to all my quads. 4 5s in a row, 6963. Not great, but worth a little above face value having the 4 5s in a row. It is something that I always keep when I find 4 of a number in a row or more. We're also doing daily live videos right now where we're hunting dollars or coins. Every Wednesday night at 8 p.m. we do a stream where we search 500 $1 bills looking for fancy serial numbers and star notes. Then we search a box of dimes looking for silver dimes. Then we search a box of half dollars looking for silver half dollars, proof half dollars, commemorative coins, colorized coins. We just found a colorized Elvis coin from 1973 half dollar in one of our recent hunts. Air coins and varieties. And we have a streak of 29 Saturdays in a row finding silver. I hunt with my grandsons on Saturdays. Hudson, age 13. Rhett, age 10. A star note. Where's my stars? Where's my stars? We got another one. Hello, Tyler Evans. 11466133 star. This is a 2017A. It is very crispy. It's in great shape. That star signifies it was printed as a replacement note to replace damaged or misprinted notes, usually in a run of 3.2 million. We are going to look it up on the website called mycurrencycollection.com. We key in the $1, the 2017A, which this one happens to be, and then the full serial number, including the first letter, which is an F, 1146, 6133, and the star. Now we're going to look and see how many they printed, and we want it to be something less than 3.2 million because 3.2 million was the average they would print. And this one is 3.2 million. So that doesn't do anything to decrease the value of our star note. It's still worth double face value on eBay all day long, but you can see it's less rare. You can look down here, and we're down here in the frozen tundra zone. We found one earlier where we were out here towards the orange, and those are a little more rare, and those do carry a little more value when you find the lower runs of coins. But that's a nice crispy star note. That's number 11 or 12 of the night. We will certainly hang on to that. There's my stars. Thank you, Turtle. The people in blue in the chat are our moderators. They help me run the channel, keep me organized, keep an eye on the chat for me. Make sure everything in the chat is appropriate and family friendly. We have a 1993 bill. 1993 is one of the years where they used a different printing process on some of the dollars, where they printed them off of rolls of paper instead of sheets of paper. And if you find one that was printed off of sheets, if you find one that was printed in the off of rolls of paper, it's called a web note and carries additional value. I have never found a web note, but I know how to check. You look in the back, and all of the bills that aren't web notes have an upside down number there, 328. That's the plate number, printing plate number that the reverse was printed off of. So that one is not a web note. Yes, that was a star note. I forget who was asking. Kevin Rishton. That is a star note. A very crispy one, and you want to keep all those because they are going for double face value on eBay right now. They have become very collectible recently. The prices keep going up. So as long as the market is bearing a premium on those, I'll keep hanging on to them. If you find a star note with a fancy serial number on top of being a star note, it carries even more value. We do average finding over one star note per strap. September 2nd of 3131 or February 9th of 3131. September 2nd is my daughter's birthday, but I don't think 3131 will be a year she's interested in. So we will not hang on to that. Please excuse my sniffles. I know it's probably bothersome. Not as bothersome as it is to me. We have had 70 and 80 degree weather here, and all of everything is blooming. Which means the morel mushrooms ought to be popping out any time, and if you never had morel mushrooms, oh baby. They are yummy and only pop up in the wild, and the taste is unlike anything else. So I might have to get out and hunt for some mushrooms this week. The channel's name is PasSpareTime. I retired a few years back. And I used to have some spare time. And then I started this hobby, and I don't seem to have as much spare time. Star note! Star note! I don't have as much spare time since the boys got me YouTubing. No, they're not Texas Beast. Last time I checked, a $100 star note that's crispy, in good shape with just a regular serial numbers going for about $110. And really, eBay's about the best place to sell star notes right now. By the time you pay eBay fees and shipping on it and insurance, you're not going to make any money. So it's really hard unless you get a fancy number, 100 star note, or a fancy serial number, $100 star note, or a really low run. It's really hard to make any money off of them. So after we find a star note, we go over to mycurrencycollection.com, where we will look up our star note. I'll share it with you. The $1's already in. This is a 2017A, as the last one was. This one is a G note out of Chicago. Why is G Chicago instead of C? Got me. Somebody probably knows, just not me. So we key in the full serial number, including the letter and the star. And I forgot the letter. I thought I hit it. And then we're looking for a number below 3.2 million, because 3.2 million is the average run size on these, or the high run size. I've never seen a run size higher, but most of the run sizes are 3.2 million. If it's lower than 3.2 million, which this one is not, then this little arrow down here, instead of being over here in the frozen tundra of the heat chart in less rare, would be over here somewhere in the heat zone, and it would be more valuable. As is, though, that doesn't hurt the value of this note. It's still a crispy star note. It's still worth double. Well, it's worth it, but people are paying double face value for $1 star notes on eBay right now. So we do hang on to all of those. All right, we've probably got 30 bills left to search in tonight's hunt. Been an awesome hunt, goodness gracious. If only they were all this good, it wouldn't be called hunting, it'd be called finding. We've got an unbelievable number of finds today. Maybe we can add one more to it. The star nuts are high. We found I think we found 12 or 13 out of 9 straps. That's above average. But the fancy serial numbers and the quality of the fancy serial numbers we have found tonight have been really good. There's some consecutive serial numbers. 0924, 225, 224. That doesn't have any additional value, but kind of cool. And there's 226. Just snuck back an extra bill. Now, if you find star notes with consecutive serial numbers, which I did last week, I found 3 that had consecutive serial numbers, and then I found 4 that had consecutive serial numbers. They add a nice little premium. Another one of those, 229. Those are fun when they're valuable. When they're not valuable, they're not great. And there's a 230. So we got a bunch of those consecutives. Five or 6 left here to search. Maybe a few more than that. Hard to estimate a stack of $1 bills. Yeah, at least for me. Future birthday note, but no value. 433, 03376. Wanted to be something, just not quite. If you're here for the first time, please consider subscribing. We do daily coin hunting short videos. Daily live streams on either coins or dollar bills. Big streams on Wednesday nights at 8 Central, Fridays at high noon Central, and our big 5-hour stream every week Saturday at 2 p.m. Central, where we do 5 to 7 boxes of $half looking for silver and all the other goodies. And we are going for 30 Saturday streams in a row, finding silver this Saturday at 2 o'clock. All right, that is going to wrap up tonight's hunt. That is 9 straps of $100 bills. I'm not going to go through them all, but I will show you the piles from our search tonight. It's really crazy. There's our star notes. That's nice. There's our trinary notes. 4 of those. There's a couple of birth date notes. February 4th, 2001 or April 2nd of 2001, a very, very good birth date note. Let's see what this is. Oh, there's our quads. Both of them were 4 9s in a row. This is another quad. 4 5s in a row. I guess it didn't find the right strap. This is an amazing note. 4 pairs and bookends. 4400 5544. You gotta like that one. We found one, Where's George? You can look that up and see where all people say that dollar has been spent. I hang on to those and check them out. Two more quads, 4 zeros and 4 ones. I guess I had 2 stacks of those. Let's see if we can remember. Oh, my 1985 note that I found. We looked it up, said it was worth $4 in crispy uncirculated, which it's not, but it's still worth more than face value. And 88, 29, 29, 55, probably not worth anything extra. I just like it. So that goes in my cool envelope. Those were our finds tonight. So, golly, a lot of great finds. So, thanks for being here. I appreciate y'all. What if all the numbers are different? Silver chupacabra, as far as I know, if all the numbers are different, like on this one, I gotta shrink myself down again. Hold on. If all the numbers are different, like this one, and it's got a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, a 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's called a broken ladder. And those do carry a nice value above face value. If that 7 had been an 8 or a 9 and they wouldn't have been in order, I don't know if that carries additional value or not, to be honest with you. Not that I'm aware of 8 different numbers, but it may. But I know the ones that are consecutive but not in numerical order does carry additional value. Thank you, Anthony. It was a very good night. Thank you, Greg. Really good finds. I know, Silver Chupacabra, it was crazy. All right, Mason, have a good evening. Hey, thanks to all the new subscribers tonight. We appreciate you. Thanks to all my moderators. I could not do this without your help. I appreciate you greatly. Thanks for all our members in green. We appreciate you. We do reinvest all our membership money right back in the stream so that we can do what we do. And thanks for everyone that watched tonight. I appreciate it. Tomorrow's Wednesday night. So tomorrow at 8 p.m., 9 p.m., somewhere in that area, I'll be live streaming $501 bills looking for fancy serial numbers, a box of dimes looking for silver dimes, and a box of $50 looking for silver proofs and all the other goodies in the $50 box. And we don't have a donator for tomorrow night yet. I do take donators on those triple play streams. It's $75. You get to keep all the finds from your boxes, the fancy serial numbers, the star notes, any silver dimes we find, any silver or goodies we find in the $50 box. If you don't find a star note, you receive a 1/2 troy ounce silver coin from me or round. If you don't find a silver dime, you get a 1/2 troy ounce silver from me. If you don't find a silver $50, you get a 1/2 troy ounce silver from me. And still going to keep your other finds. If you do find a star note, a silver dime, and a silver $50, you get a bonus of a peace dollar or a Morgan dollar. And that ain't bad. So we don't have a donator yet for tomorrow night, but doesn't matter if we don't. I'll hunt them for myself. We'll still be streaming. And we will see you then. I own a 3-leg awesome Equinox. I don't. I am only missing one. That's the only nickel, Buffalo nickel, I'm missing from our Buffalo nickel book. And those 3-leg Buffalo nickels are pricey. I just haven't brought myself to buy one yet. And my chances of finding one are not good. So, all right. Thank you all very much. I will see you all again tomorrow, 8 p.m. Central, maybe 9 p.m. Central. Haven't decided for sure, one or the other, because that's when Paul's going to have more spare time. Thanks for being here. Have a great evening, everybody.